Hello everybody and welcome back to the creator series Clipbook. Now today there is a lot of clips to go through. Last week, even though it was lots of like dramatic incidents in particular involving me, there wasn't actually much more to go at. This week though, I've watched the whole race back and there is a lot of clips. I don't even know how many notes I've got, but it's a lot. It's about double or triple the amount of notes that I've normally got for this race. There's plenty to go through. Let's get into it. Hello everybody, welcome in. Hope you're all well. Say some hellos. I can't scroll up, so never mind that. Looks like there's a lot of you in chat. Hey Saf, so hey Hayden. They were in at 5 o'clock when I was going to go live, but I'm definitely not 10 minutes late. Hey Mateo, hey Tim, hey Kev, hey George, hey Carl, hey Darren, hey Hawks fan, hey Ryan, hey James, hey Wilco, hey Beaming, hey Scott, hey Carl, hey Jack, hey Mr. Biggles, hey Spudsomania. I think that's everybody. Hey Leo. I'm sorry if I missed you. I always try to not to say the same hellos. I try and vaguely remember, but you know what my memory's like. Sorry if I missed you there. Hey Prank Clips, welcome in guys. Hope you're all good. So yeah, today we're going to go through chronologically because to be honest, there's kind of too much that happened, but there's no like standout thing like that is the most dramatic thing that happened. There's definitely a few dramatic bits, but rather than just where we normally do start with the most dramatic, we're just going to go chronologically, all right? So first up, we need to go to the very first lap of the race. Now, if we go on board with me, the first thing I want to talk about, and I was just trying to investigate this just before I went live here, for some reason, the brake boards were gone on lap 1 of the race. Now, I thought, oh, that's a bit annoying. Someone's obviously deleted them. Probably someone running racing line, you know, all the conspiracy theories were coming out. However, if we watch my start here, it's gone on lap 1 and nobody hits it. Look. So normally, you see there's 100 on the right here. There's normally 100, again, like obviously this in line with it, over there. It's just not there. It's just gone. So I don't really know what happened. And I've actually just checked my last lap in qualifying. And it was there on my last lap of qualifying, which is quite late in quali. This was my kind of in lap here. Hang on, let's go back because I ran out of fuel. Yeah, there it is. Sorry, I know it's all glitchy, but it sorts stuff out. And it's there, look. It's there with 21 seconds left in qualifying. So I don't know if someone late on hit it. Should we figure out who was the last person to cross the line and see if they hit it? So we've only got 16 seconds left. There's a Mercedes coming around. That could be Jake, assuming that wasn't Jake who went past, was it? Let's just double check because Jake's in Mercedes. We get to see. No, we do. Yeah, that is Jake. Okay, so the other Mercedes driver then is probably going to be the last person across the line. There's a couple other cars coming as well, though. I guess we can just check. We can just check their yellow flags, right? We can probably do it just via the minimap. So I don't know if it's just a straight up game glitch. There was no formation lap. There was no formation lap. There you go. Session's over. So unless one of these two do it. Nope. Straight up game glitch. But I don't really understand why the glitch has just deleted just that one. I guess let's keep going just in case there's someone that kind of goes off here. But definitely frustrating for those that don't run Racing Line. Because it definitely that's the breaking point. So it definitely affected. I think everyone who does run Racing Line could probably agree. It wasn't ideal, but it doesn't look like I can't find anyone that did anything wrong. Did anyone else do anything else? I've run the numbers. It's Matt's fault. Yeah, you're right. To be fair, Matt 212's fault, 100%. I've got some mute by the way, but just waffling anyway. Yeah, there's still no one that kind of goes off here. And obviously, in theory, it should be set anyway between qualifying and the race, right? Challenge? Is that? Use again. But again, like as soon as people cross the line now, they lose control. So that it'd be AI-controlled cars. So I've got absolutely no idea what the hell happened to that board. Scotty deleted some in the race. Yeah, but that's in the race. All right, hang on. I like this slander. Let's go on board with Scotty. Let's go on board with Scotty and see. Oh, I'll keep doing this. I like this. Hayden's got an accusation to throw about. Let's see what happens here.
I have to box. Could have stuck. Fortune.
Wait, does he pause into turn? Why does he pause into turn 1?
Right. Let's get comfy. We're gonna be here for the hot minute. Unfortunately.
I didn't see any boards. He certainly doesn't delete lap 1, and we know it's gone from lap 1.
There was no formation lap.
Oh my god, he thought it was a formation lap.
I'm such an idiot.
He thought it was a formation lap. Oh my god. How do you bottle, like, the very second you get going? Incredible. He missed the race start because he thought it was a formation lap. As if. As if. That's insane. Anyway, I was going back to quali just to check Hayden's slander in case there's anything under quali, but...
I hope so for you, bro.
It's there. You just saw it there.
We'll see you back.
I don't know. Just a straight up game glitch, clearly. There was no one at fault for that. But I was genuinely thinking, oh, someone must have gone and deleted them. But no, because not all of them were gone. You think it was a game glitch, they'd all be gone. So I've got absolutely no idea what happened there. Anyway, right, moving on to just a little bit later in lap one. You may have seen quite a large spin for Mr. Razin Chai. His race went badly immediately off the start. So this is my POV. So have a little look in front. You'll see just in a second off the left-hand side, a bit of argy-bargy in front. And whoopsie, there he goes in the bin all the way to the back with wing damage. Now this, unfortunately for Razin, was a pure skill issue. Pure skill issue. There was a bit of contact, so he's not 100% blameless, but he's 99% to blame for his own demise here. So we'll watch this whole start. Why not? Quite a sweet start. Maybe bogged down a little bit. In the middle, surely not. Nice breaking point there. People on the outside though. That's Ben centre on the outside, bit hopeful.
Disconnected.
So P4. And then just on the exit here is when it happens. But look, bit of contact there.
He's not hit me.
And he spins. Now, the spin itself is pure skill issue, right? There was no one hitting him as he spun. He just got too much on throttle. You saw in particular, he looked back right at a critical moment. That didn't help. But obviously, there was the mitigating factor of getting hit by Ben Daly. There, massive slide. Now he's on the curb, but he's off the curb and not sliding. It's here that he spins. He just looks back and doesn't correct it. So it's a Razin skill issue, but we'll go on board with Mr. Daly just to see the contact from Ben's POV, because it's not great from Ben, but also it's not that deep, to be completely honest with you.
Now, softs are doing
Up to you can literally see his full. What's he doing? Is he going on his own stream? Is that how he gets chat these days?
Where are we going?
What's he doing? Light mode. Sending some hate mail right now. I think he's got his own stream up. Is that how he sees chat? Wow. Really basic. All right, let's watch Ben start.
I wasn't ready for that start. I don't even know
That's
if
on
you saw
Formula
any of my
Car? Yeah,
strategy
agreed.
screen. Oops. We're away.
So tries on the outside of Razin there. Kind of gets short shrift. I think that's fine on lap one. More of a hopeful move from Ben than a squeeze from Razin.
I put myself there, to be honest.
Yeah, Ben's exactly that. And then just smashed into the back of
Razin.
Razin. But there.
Oh,
Clear as day. It was a Razin skill issue on the exit, unfortunately. But I will say, what I will say is, although it's not Ben's fault, I forgot buttons. Although it's not Ben's fault, Razin wouldn't have spun if he didn't get hit by Ben, I'm pretty sure. So it's not Ben's fault, but I think just put Razin off enough.
I put myself there, to be honest.
Ben's quite a long way back as well.
Razin had a moment.
So yeah, Ben involved, but Razin skill issue. There's not really any other way to say that, is there, to be honest? Do you know what? Should we? He's opening my stream. Do you want to? Should we vote on it? Have I got a vote button? Does it work here? No, it does not. Let's have a vote on it. Why not? Wait, does this button work at all? No, it doesn't. Brilliant. Yeah, very good. Maybe I have got it here then. Hold on. Have huge. There we go. Right. What should we do? Let's do a vote. Hang on. Second. Right, that'll do. I don't know what I'm doing. There you go. That'll do. Right, let's in chat right now. 1, 2, or 3. Razin 100% fault. Ben takes some blame, or it's completely 50-50 blame. 1, 2, or 3 in chat right now. While you do that, I'm gonna make this button work again, which keeps not working. Basically. Yeah, almost everyone's saying Raz 100% to blame, and I agree. And I think it's also fair order. We got 2 and 3 there just afterwards. I think that's completely fair. Raz it is 100% to fault. Like, although the contact does put him off, you can't blame that for your own skill issue. So yeah, unfortunate for Raz. And round he goes, and then his race was kind of muddy from there, to be honest. Although we're going to see more from Raz later on because he does come back. But all right, next up, we've got Grid Jokes on lap 3. Now, oh, I've typed in lap 3 there, not Grid Jokes. Grid Jokes, is that his username? Go grab Grid Jokes' POV. So, I've actually, I haven't got the clips ready, but I have got all the lap numbers ready and who they are, so we should be able to find them pretty quick. Still in quali. Okay, so this is Grid Jokes. So he's up in P4, qualified very well. Every time there's the virtual memory, I get jump scares from the car behind. I absolutely hate it. So it's Lolly directly behind. Bit of a dive bomb there for Lolly. I feel like Lolly's getting known for those dive bombs a little bit. He does like to go for some big moves. Bit of a switch there. No battery for Grid Jokes. And around he goes. Don't think there was much fault of Grid Jokes for that one. Do you, chat? We'll watch it one more time for Grid Jokes, then we'll go on board with Lolly. Definitely a bit of lag. I suspect it won't look too bad from Lolly's POV either. Let's just go slower. I just don't think he turns in. I think Lolly squeezed a bit. I think lag's out of the bit. And I just think Grid Jokes almost forgets to turn in a little bit. Let's go find Lolly's POV. Hold on. I think back out. I don't know. They're pretty wheel to wheel in Creator Series. In Creator Series, I think that's fair. If you're as long as you're pretty wheel to wheel. Have a look.
Raffreddare le giri.
Go.
Ok, non ho preso penalità. Per ora.
Go from it. Yeah, Matt is indeed in P7, yeah. Well, you don't back out. Well, again, it's Creator Series. Like, they're pretty wheel to wheel. I'm not saying that wouldn't necessarily have been the smarter decision, because you're probably right. I mean, definitely with hindsight, you're right, Nico. But yeah, he leaves plenty of room, doesn't he? He leaves plenty of room. Watch it all the time. But it looks like he leaves plenty of room. There was a bit of contact there, which pushes him a tiny bit wider than he naturally would have gone. Not much. I think that's fine. I think that's completely fine. I think Lolly's been very fair there, giving him plenty of room. And Grid Jokes just kind of drives inside of him is what I think happened. We'll get your guys' votes in a second, but yeah, never mind. Watch one more time from Grid Jokes' POV. You either stick it or fully back out. Yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe Grid Jokes just didn't commit hard enough. But look, if you look at the braking point, if anything, Grid Jokes is ahead. Hold on, let's go back. Oh, good sake. I'm pretty sure as they hit the brakes, Grid Jokes is actually slightly ahead, but he kind of doesn't commit and then forgets to turn in. There. They've just hit the brakes. If anything, it's Lolly that should back out at this point, but they're just so wheel to wheel in its Creator Series. And then, yeah, there's a bit of lag which doesn't help, but I feel like the main thing there is Grid Jokes just forgets to turn in. But let's get your guys' votes on it. Hold on, mate. We'll just keep it simple. We'll just do that. There you go. Right, get voted now, chat. 1, 2, or 3 in chat. Grid Joke's fault, racing incident, or Lolly's fault? See what you guys think. 2 but lag. Yeah, I mean, there was definitely lag that exaggerated it, which didn't help. But I feel like that wasn't the main factor. It was kind of only a small part. So many votes coming in. You'll love to see it. Most people say racing incident. I think that's fair. I think that's fair. It's actually pretty even between 1 and 3 as well, interestingly. I do agree, Matt 2 on 2. Very good. Yeah, I think that's fair. I mean, I don't think anyone's calling for a penalty here necessarily, but yeah, racing incident's probably right. They're wheel to wheel going into it. It's unlikely you're going to come out on, you know, smelling of roses from that situation. Nico's right. probably someone should have backed out. And ultimately, Grid Jokes ended up getting deleted from it. The thing is, though, if Grid Jokes, even though he forgot to turn in my opinion, if Grid Jokes committed a bit more on the brakes, and I don't mean pushed him off, I just mean just go for it a bit, I think Grid Jokes would have survived that. It's because he braked a bit early, so then he was behind, and in the F1 game, when your front end gets hit, you spin, as exactly happens. So watch all the time from Grid Jokes POV, just so you can see what I mean by that. So because he puts himself behind, there, he allows his front end to get hit. Just doesn't really commit enough, I think. So yeah, costs him quite a few positions. And here, unfortunately, just a bit of damage for Safso, but not really anyone's fault. He's kind of just still rejoining, to be honest. So that's all good. But yeah, all right, fair enough. Moving on. We got Tukey versus Vince on lap 6. Now I haven't actually seen the onboard for this, but we'll go on board with Vince.
Down ahead of the
Bye, Lee.
Penalty about 2 and 2. Yeah, agreed.
Entirely over the moon.
Always.
Bro, you.
Always. Right, here we go. I actually can't recall exactly where in the lap
Flags?
this is,
Oh,
so
wow.
we'll watch the whole lap. We've got Tukey directly in front. Vince only P16. I think he disconnected
Starting
lap
yellow
1.
flags. Oh, wow. It did improve his laps, didn't it? So, on that yellow flag. Whoa, Jesus. I did not mean to go for a move there, but Tukey went very wide.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a speed difference here. I think Vince is probably a bit quicker than Tukey. Well, side by side. Going to go for this? We are.
No, why? Give me the room there, man, please.
Wow, you heard its initial reaction there. And obviously, as always with streamers, we do get the initial live reaction, which is almost always biased towards the streamer, as we know. Well, in my opinion, this is a brave move to go for. I mean, at no point is he even wheel to wheel with him. He does outbrake him, tiny bit, but he's still slightly behind. Surely, at this point, you've got a big gap behind. You back out. We're on lap 6 of 70. And we're fighting for P15. I feel like, even though it's going to cost you a bit of time, you back out here. But, I don't know. It's quite a series. I don't begrudge him necessarily for going for it. Let's go slow mo. And he kind of tries to hold it. And he's reasonably alongside. There's a lot of lag going on, and everyone else has got these. So that suggests to me it's Vince's connection, not potentially Tukey's or anyone else's. But anyway, I mean, I think this screenshot probably tells you all you need to know. Look at the angle. Tukey has squeezed him a bit. I just think this is entirely predictable that exactly this is going to happen.
No! Why? Give me the room there, man, please.
No! Why? I don't know.
No, why? Give me the room there.
Wait, is Vince actually in North America right now?
No, why? Give me the...
I mean, the thing is, Tukey's car rotates a lot after the lag contact. There, look at it suddenly snap. Let's go on board with Tukey. Let's see what he saw. Lap 6, lap 6. Tukey.
Through
I mean, lag to me is a big part of this, and I always say, if you can see there's going to be some lag, oh, which one is it? Should be this one. If you can see there's going to be some lag, don't be surprised when there's some lag. You know what I mean? Like,
through read.
Excuse me.
I mean, potato quality. What is this? Why are the overlays off screen? Why is it so light? I think he's running HDR maybe. Alright, here we go. Two keys not squeaky clean here. But, I mean, look at the proximity. He never even sees his wheel. Look at the proximity arrow. Like, it's fading backwards. He should have left a bit more room. But look where the contact happens. It's kind of a lag contact as he goes to turn. I think lag is primarily at fault for this. I think Tukey probably could have left a bit more room. But Vince trying to go around the outside of this corner from behind with a load of lag. I mean, it's just, none of this is surprising, is it? All of what happened here was so predictable, and ultimately it was Vince going for the move. Responsibility is on the car behind to make a clean move. Let's see what you guys think. I'm quite torn on this one. We're gonna go Vince fault, racing incident, Tukey fault, or lag fault. What do you think is the primary factor here, chat? Vince, Tukey, lag, or do you think it was just a complete racing incident? Now, right now, like, you are going for Tukey. A lot more than I expected. I thought it was going to be closer than it is. Okay, pretty clear result there. Map 2 and 2 is at fault. Yeah, I mean, he doesn't leave enough room. I just think regardless of that, this is not smart driving. With all the lag, especially if he knows he's in North America, if that is the case, all the lag that you can see going on.
No, why? Give me the room there, man, please.
Yeah. He doesn't have to back out. I don't disagree with you guys. I do think if you've got to blame someone, you blame Tukey. For me, it's either lag or racing incident, depending on how you come across it. Because it's not like Vince was ahead and then Tukey just smashed into him, whatever, and it's just been ridiculous. Like, it was always chancing a little bit. But yeah, I'll go with you guys. Tukey at fault. Squeezed a little bit too much on the second apex. It's not lag. Tukey sees his long side and turns in. Not kind of. The contact happens as... Look, we'll watch it again from Tukey's point of view, because the contact happens as Tukey turns in. Turned in. It's hard to judge the contact, to be honest, with the with that slow-mo, because it looked like he was sliding rather than getting hit. At full speed. Yeah, I don't know. It's a marginal one. I'm happy to go with you guys. Tukey fault. Right, moving on. We have got our first Tom 97 clip on lap 8. Can't remember what happens here, but we'll go find out. Vince isn't it alongside to send it. Yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, some people will say, oh, you know, real life rules never deserve room, and you are right, but this isn't real life. We don't run those rules. I don't think that necessarily applies. This is Creator Series. I just think with that much lag, I think you got to expect something to go wrong. All right. Tom Bottles. Well, I think we could talk about strategy. We'll talk about that a little bit later on after the clips, but definitely potential for a massive strategic bottle for Tom. They're here on hards, with everyone else on softs. So he's probably got better tyres by now. See, that's smarter, backing out there, because he was never really there. Let's see what he does here. Wow, well held.
Good stuff.
Now he's ahead. Jake out breaks him. Oh, do you know what? A bit spicy from Jake there. Very nice switchback from Tom, though.
This is fun.
And we're going to see a lot more of this later on. Towards the end of the race, we're going to see an even better battle than this. You wait, but... Job done, I think.
That was a fun little battle. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, GG's. So that was pretty mad, to be honest. Nice battle by these guys. Here, I feel like Jake was maybe a little bit naughty, but he got away with it. Here, break late, never really going to be able to give room from there. Look how deep he goes, despite Tom not being alongside anymore, so I'll go back to that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, a little bit cheeky from Jake there. Like, look how wide he is. But Tom, very, very smart. Very, very experienced. He goes, no worries, I'll get a switchback, buddy. Gets the switchback, which eventually does lead
This is fun.
to position gain after a little bit more scrapping. It's constant switchbacks. Really nice move that by Tom. Really nice. Gets moved done in the end. Right, moving on. Now, we've got the big old battle between me and Ben Daly. Now, this is probably the cleanest me and Ben have raced in a very long time. We've had some clean battles, don't get me wrong. It's been a while. Well, I mean, we had a bit of an incident in Spa, but it's been a while since we've had a proper like, you know, head loss drama, mad incident. Been a while since that's happened, but I don't think we've ever been side by side cleanly for this long. Not for a very long time, anyway. But we're actually going to go on board with Fabio and Fratic here to watch this move, because he had front row seats to it. He had front row seats. Go from here. Wouldn't say it's cheeky. I don't know, Jake. You hit the brakes never intending to give any room. I think that is a bit cheeky. Because if Tom brakes at the same point as you, expected to be given room, you're showing him off track. So, I am calling it cheeky, not dirty, because it worked. There we go. So I've got the inside there. Big old slide. Big old squeeze from Ben as well. And I was quite a bit faster than Ben at this point. But I was trying desperately to get like the squeakiest of clean moves. Big squeeze from Ben as well, but just about leaves enough room.
The best seat in the house. Let's go.
Slightly outbrake Ben there. Big slide again. My setup was definitely a bit on edge, but it meant it was quick. And squeeze me there to the inside. I break way too late and go deep. Ben gets a beautiful switchback. But I'm still there. Just about leave Ben room on track.
Death.
We somehow stay side by side from here, Pat.
Okay, listen, don't worry about it, mate. It can happen to the best of us. Now look, I've put a new strategy option for you in the MFD, so go have a look. Okay.
I love that he says death just before this happens.
Death.
Okay,
And do you know what's even better than this? You know what's even better than this? His own chat. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. Hold on.
Lovely.
Hold on. Like when he chats about it, will. Bro, where is it? Bro crashed and he wasn't even in the battle. To me, that's the best comment of the whole of Creator Series. Bro crashed and he wasn't even in the battle. Who predicted that at the start of all that drama between me and Ben, the battling, that it would be Fabio that would crash despite not actually being involved? He fought nobody and lost, exactly. I love that comment so much. Anyway, we will just watch us the end of it in my POV. That was pretty much all of it anyway. But we'll watch the point that I ultimately do fail to overtake him. Just to round it out. But so good. I love that. I love that Fabio was so close. All right, watch the whole thing for my POV, shall we? May as well. We're in and out. So I had loads more batches than Ben, so I decided to go for it. I was surprised Ben left in the room here, actually. Whoa, huge slide by me. Big squeeze by Ben. And gets overtake mode there, which definitely helps.
Love to squeeze me out back now, but you can't. It's snack from me. No overtake mode for me.
Pro finish third in the two-horse race. Don't even complain, yeah, I know, right?
Inside line this time.
28 just subscribed on Twitch.
Thank you, MJ Wood, for the prime sub. 19 months subscriber. Appreciate you. That's me going so deep. Look how far I go. But fair play to Ben, seeing that, recognising it, getting the switch back. It'd been very easy there to get hit by me and then moan that I've pushed him wide and ultimately lose the position. Instead, he's very smart, goes for the switchback and ends up getting the position back. Spicy. This is where Fabio. This is probably the worst bit that happens. That's the bit that Fabio gets crashed into because we're quite slow here because Ben does go a little bit wider than he intended to here. I don't know if he hit the curb or what. He just carries it. I think it's probably the curb, but it's still on Ben. And I'm having to I can't accelerate because I'm about to get pushed off. And I was desperate to get cleanest driver in this race, which I did do. So I did not want to go off. So I was basically having to hold Ben on the track here. It's sort of what's like a racy live version of using someone as a brake. That's kind of what was happening here. I was holding Ben's car on the track so that he didn't squeeze me off, but it meant we were slow because I couldn't accelerate because I was too busy squeezing Ben to make sure that I stayed on track, which I just about did. Which one more time at full speed, and then we've got one more corner and then it's over.
Okay, gap to the car ahead. 3.2
Just these
seconds.
ropes.
And there. Bit of a squeeze, but all fair. And I just couldn't get the power down on exit. And that's it. Almost a whole lap. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. And do you know what? We are going to analyse the live time a bit closer later on. But my my overtakes here. Look how many times we swapped positions within that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 times within that. We swapped position in some way. 15 times. Collisions wise, and we collided 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times. It's not great, but you know, there's a bit of wheel banging. That's part of good racing in this game. So yeah, absolutely mad. So fair play to Ben. I enjoyed that battle a lot. Really good. All right, moving on. Ben left room was 100% a mistake. Very good. Okay, now we've got Test Wheel versus, I've put Yuki, I assume I mean Tuki. Have a look. Test Wheel on lap 26. I don't think I've actually watched any Test Wheel streams before. I don't know if I'm on the right channel. Test Wheel stream it? Don't know. It was Tuki as well, wasn't it? So let's come with Tuki.
Through Reed.
True, yeah. 50 times I overtook him, so overall 30 spots. I mean, it's obviously a technicality because we've been doing this in the straight a lot, but
Ricadog
still.
8992 just subscribed on Twitch.
Thank you, Ricardo, for the prime sub. 36 months subscribed, 3 years. Beautiful. Thank you very much for the support. Let's go find Tuki again. Here we go. So it was lap 36. Tesla was a couple cars in front at this stage. Okay. Maybe it wasn't Tuki. Hold on a second. All I've got, my notes only say which lap and who was involved in it. Lap 26, Test Wheel versus, well, it did say Yuki, but I don't think we got Test Wheel's POV. And Test Wheel is relatively near Tuki. Maybe it just wasn't lap 26. Maybe it was a bit before this.
Need to see it afterwards.
Here we go. Test Wheel's behind now, so it's probably just the wrong lap.
Away from us now.
There we go. Test Wheel pretty close behind. I assume it's here.
But it's not SRC and it's not VSC. I'm coming.
Nice. Very nicely done by Test Wheel. Beautiful. Left the perfect amount of room while also squeezing a little bit. Very, very nice move. He's going to run out of battery though. Yes, he is. Wow. Got that back nicely. By being smart, patient. Oh dear. That was very early in the corner if that's happened. And it comes through anyway. That was Test Wheel, wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
Damn, bro.
Does that just lag? bit naughty's come through maybe, but I don't know if he's even aware of this. Fortunately, we haven't got Test Wheels POVs. This is all we've got, but who's behind? Dave Gaming, I think. We'll go see if we find Dave Gaming's POV. Hang on a minute. Didn't give Chuki a chance to turn in. That's what it looked like, didn't it? But I suspect that might have been almost completely lag. It was lap 25 in the end. Wild camera settings here. Extreme field of view.
Oh mein Gott, der Red Bull hat doch mal gekontert, oder? Wird er für den Audi
There we go, this is what
eventuell
happens.
ganz gut für mich? Oh mein Gott.
Ah, no, he does lock up a little bit.
Da war der Geduldsfaden durch. Wird er für den Audi
I think that's pretty
eventuell
naughty of
ganz gut für
Test Wheel
mich?
to take this.
Oh mein Gott.
He does actually hit his apex,
Oh
but it's
mein
because he
Gott, der Red Bull
bounces
hat
off
doch mal
Tuki.
gekontert, oder? Wird er für den Audi eventuell ganz gut für mich? Oh mein Gott.
Yeah. I think,
Da war der
you know what, I think
Geduldsfaden
it's all fine until he takes the position. I think, although obviously it's not ideal, it's not what you want to see, these things happen, people make mistakes, fine. If you rectify them, it's not an issue. The fact he takes the position is definitely a bit cheeky. To hit someone off track and then, you know, it's basically just a bump and run, isn't it? So, yeah, not great. The actual incident is whatever. Taking the position is very naughty, I think. Very naughty. Ollie Cam says, I know, I did say that, Jake. It's extreme field of view, isn't it? Anyway, moving on. We've got Ryan83 on lap 32. This is, I'm always having to use new tabs because we haven't really watched anyone. You know, any one person more than once. Hey, 33.
This race is going to be...
Yeah, I don't actually know what happens. I should have known what actually happens rather than just the lap and the name. Oh, hold on. Tuki skill issue. Oh, very nicely done. Very nicely done.
Well, 2 positions.
That's all experience, that is. Unk knows where to place his car when stuff is going on in front of him. That was very, very nicely done. So Tuki, I think, just has a pure skill issue. There's maybe a bit of contact there, but yeah, just pure skill issue from Tuki. But obviously, with the weird physics of this game, Ryan can see that he's kind of sliding in front of him. He knows he's not going to get room to the left, but he's also got Sparks to the right. He goes right and somehow also slots it past Sparks. No contact at all. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. Pure experience there. This is what Unk buys you. Very nice. Very nice. 2 positions gained. I think most people had a crash there, probably including me, to be honest. Very nice there by Ryan. Beautiful. All right. Now, we've got Safso up next, who I'm mainly showing you this so I can wheel out... Oh, I keep typing Safo. So I can wheel out my old saying. I haven't said it in a while. You guys know what it is? You probably do. It's another new person, by the way. We genuinely haven't watched anyone twice, really. Lap 41. That might be a clue.
Half spin and I put a 4 on
Chat.
it.
What's the quote? Hit me with the Gillon quote of why I put this clip in. Go on, have a guess. Have a guess. I was there. Drive the car. That is the 2 main ones, to be fair. No, it's drive the car. Safso here. Just gets a little bit distracted. Obviously, running the safety car. And there's the classic game glitches where people glitch onto the track. But if you look, you can see it coming for a mile. There it is, there in front.
Waiting until we get closer to...
Bam. Worse still, damage and 10-second penalty. Brutal. Absolutely brutal.
Waiting until we get closer to...
Just wasn't watching. He's got his glasses on, so we can't really see exactly where he was looking, but...
I'm waiting until we get closer to...
Drive the car, Saf, so come on. Drive the car.
Isn't it?
Drive the car. That's rule 1 of driving cars, is to drive the car.
Waiting until we get closer to...
Madness. So I think Dave Gaming also gets a penalty for this. So I want to see what happens from his POV. I don't know if he was just
Nicht
disconnected.
wohlbemerkt
Did he have a glitch in the
überfahren
pits?
hat,
No, no. He
maximalst.
exits normally.
So. Moin, moin, Carsten.
And he's just in the pits
Punika-Flasche
from his
vor der
POV. Here comes Safso coming through. Does he get a 10 without hitting anyone?
Das Delta spinnt ja komplett gerade, oder? War ich nicht gerade
He hasn't
gefühlt
got a 10
Monitor
yet.
oder so? Okay, Cryptex ist auch noch vor mir. Okay, irgendwas ist hier gerade komisch. Ach komm auch.
Ah, it's
Was
actually a
mach ich
separate
da?
incident. It's
Punkten
actually a
kann ich
separate incident with
aufholen.
King Cryptix. So Safso gets one from a car that wasn't actually ever really there.
Ach
Oh.
komm. Was mach
We've
ich
got
da?
another drive the car, bro.
Holen.
Now look, King Cryptix obviously isn't ideal, but there was a lot of issues with the safety car. A lot of people getting deltas and stuff. But we've got another drive the car, bro. You can see in his eyes, he just looks at
Ach,
chat or
komm.
something.
Was mach ich da? Punkten
It's
kann
easy
ich
to do as
aufholen.
in the creator series as streamers, but drive the car, Dave. Come on.
Shoots 180 just subscribed on Twitch.
Ach komm.
Can't like doesn't look great for King Cryptix, but he probably got a delta. That one's less bad than Safso's though. To be fair, I think he's got a little bit of mitigating circumstance there compared to what Safso had. Right, moving on. Oh, now this one's interesting. So, Scotty Designs, another new person. This is unbelievable. We've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is our 12th different POV. Wait, did we? I thought we viewed Scotty. Oh, we did. No, the first clip was Scotty, wasn't it? But that was because Hayden thought he deleted some breakboards, which he didn't do.
You'll be signed third, lollygog.
So we have technically seen him before, but anyway.
Shit.
So this is an even weirder one than what we just saw. So we get the safety car. It hasn't actually got. Oh, there it is. Gets the safety car. He decides to. I don't know what he does. He decides to go do something. I think probably go toilet.
Join someone on.
A second. There you go. He decides to do something on his phone, and then eventually decides to go
I'm
toilet.
just gonna pause and let it do its thing. I need a wee.
Need a wee, he says. And then he comes back,
If he went mediums and then softs right at the end for a late safety car or something.
having paused the entire time. And I have checked. I've watched it all. It's just boring. You don't need to watch that. Just trust me. He did stay paused. He wasn't in his seat. 10-second penalty for ignoring yellow flags.
What did I get 10-second penalty for?
Yeah,
It's paused.
The safety car was.
And he genuinely was paused the entire time. Now, Razin has got the best POV of this. Are we... Because he was right behind him the entire time.
Why have they overtaken the safety
Staying paused. Screw it, I'm staying paused. I don't want to get contact with anybody.
So this is Razin.
Where I am, guys.
You're.
Gonna double check. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Razin. So he just sits behind him.
His car's P1.
He's paused the whole time. Nothing really happens. He hasn't got a 10 yet. But Razin in particular shows you exactly when he gets it.
No?
Ricky, do you think we should get a restart?
Which is
Then he box medium.
just there. Just on the exit turn
What
1.
is going on? with
Top left here. 10-second penalty. Still paused, obviously. Hasn't ever unpaused, right? So that's when he actually gets it, not when he unpauses later in the lap. But when he actually first gets the illegal overtake, or the ignoring yellow flags, as it technically is, it's down this straight.
Ricky, do you think we should get a restart?
Have a watch.
No, not restart. What the fuck? How many deltas do we keep coming back to?
There.
Bro?
You just got it.
Let me try. Fucking hell.
You spot it?
Hey, shit.
Have a watch.
No, not restart. What the fuck?
There.
How many deltas do we keep coming back to you, bro?
There.
Let me try.
Ricky, do you think we should get a restart?
Hey, shit.
Wait for it.
No, not restart. What the fuck? How
I
many deltas
think
do
it's
we keep
there.
coming
No,
back
was
to
it
you?
4? I don't know. Anyway. And what it is it's the someone in the pits jumps out of the pits, as we often see. We often see people like teleporting out and back in. They're normally ghosted when they teleport out. We have seen sometimes when they're not ghosted, but almost always they're ghosted. So they're in the pit lane. From their POV, they're doing normal pits. From other people's POV, sometimes they jump out the pits onto the track and then teleport back in. Or in like Safso's case, they sometimes stay there a bit longer, whatever it may be. That's exactly what happens, but Scotty, a paused driver, in that split second that the car teleported onto the track and then teleported back again, must have gone past him, a stopped car as a paused car, and he gets an illegal. And his AI obviously doesn't know what to do with illegal, so just keeps going, and he gets a 10-second penalty for it. This is, I think, probably the most unlucky that anyone's ever gotten. in terms
Ricky,
of like
do you
game
think we should
glitches
get a
at least, because. So just concentrate on the mini map here. This is where you can see it happen. Concentrate on particularly the people in the pit lane. I think it's the Alpine that's just coming to the pits. So obviously we've got Razan here, the Red Bull. We've got the red car is Scotty, and we've got the Alpine that's just peeled into the pits. So keep an eye on the Alpine. I think it's the Alpine.
Ricky, do you think we should get a restart?
Hey, shit.
Of Dave Gaming, right? Just keep an eye.
No,
Might already happen actually.
Restart. What the fuck?
There you go. Did you see that? Very, very, very briefly. I'll slow it down this time. We'll just do it in 0.2 to F5x. Keep it on the Alpine.
No.
Blue dot. Just keep an eye on it. It'll ping onto the track. I think it does it twice.
No.
Maybe it is only once.
Ricky, do you think we should get a restart?
There, there's one there. Very briefly. See how brief that was? We're in quarter speed here. And again, he does it right around when Scotty's there. Watch it again. Boom. And you saw him very, very, very briefly appear in front of Razin. Now, obviously, from Razin's POV, he's always behind him, but obviously we know there could be desync and stuff, especially with someone being paused. We'll do it one more
Do you think
time.
we should get a restart?
Hey, shit.
See if I can capture the actual car on track. Hold on. So there, Dave Gaming sees on the right hand side there. There he goes. Teleports out, and then teleports back in. That was so fast. Even in quarter speed, it's hard to see. But obviously on Scotty's screen, that account as a legal overtake for whatever reason. He may have teleported slightly different sync for Scotty, as we know it's a desync issue essentially anyway. And that gives Scotty an illegal 10-second penalty for that. Absolutely brutal. Absolutely brutal. Crazy. Should have been AI. Well, we do have a minor drive the car bro situation. But it's a nearly 2-hour race. You know, you can pause and go for and normally it's fine. I get it. But you are right. If he had control of the car, that wouldn't have happened. So it's just a risk you take. Same as like if AI pits for you when you pause, anything like that, it's just a risk you take. So I'm not going to blame him, but you are right. It was avoidable. It was avoidable. Bad game, move on. Yeah, fair enough. All right, now we skip a few laps onto that 53. Now we have got Hayden versus Jake this time. We're going to go on board with Hayden because it's another new driver, Gillon. Wait, is it a new driver? No, I don't think we did ever have Hayden. It's unbelievable. This is unbelievable. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 drivers represented so far. Insane. Give me a sec here, chat.
Is.
After this, it was 53.
He boxed softs and then he boxed mediums.
I'll be your brake pedal then. Need to try and drop grid minimum fuel. However, if I've got
Now,
there's faster drivers behind.
I'll say it now. I feel like Hayden, from what I've seen from him in this race, and we'll see if we can find a few clips of it now, I think he needs to back himself a bit more. Hayden on this game has got pretty decent pace. This race was his second top 5 of the season. Bear in mind he's a reserve. Hayden had good pace. Now he's obviously on older tyres, but I think he is too ready to wave the white flag if he thinks a driver is faster. He didn't fight me really at all. And okay, I almost certainly would have got him. So, you know, you could say it's smart racecraft. But I feel like there was a better position on offer in this race if Hayden fought a little bit harder. I'm not saying he should go all in, hammer and tong for it, because at the end of the day, he did get P5 out of it. I just feel like he needs to back himself a bit more.
Scotty. My brake marker boards are gone now.
But anyway, this is going to be Hayden versus Jake. I think is it on this lap? There we go, yeah. Whew.
Yeah, that was way too loud on the brakes. That's all on me, that's all on me, that's all on me. He's not going to be happy with that. He's not going to be happy with that.
You can say that again. Now, this the reason I'm showing this is this was actually quite key to my race. At this phase, okay, we've got 2 or 3 more safety cars to come, whatever. But at this phase, I'm leading. Me and Jake have got the same tyres, right? I'm thinking Jake is a big threat. Right now, Ricky's in P2, but I'm thinking, Ricky, his tyres should die. He's not a massive threat. It's all about Jake, right? However, this little incident, and Jake's now got an illegal, by the way, which Hayden has to then get back. So this cost Jake 2 positions ultimately, and obviously Hayden does let him go again kindly. But this cost Jake so much time, and if there was no more safety cars, could have cost Jake the chance of the win, maybe. I don't know. Mine and Jake's pace was very, very similar. But look, it's just a straight up mistake from Hayden. He just completely missed his braking point. I think braking boards being gone didn't help. Honestly, I think by the time he's hit the brakes, he does everything he could. I really feel like he just has a bit of a brain fart. And he does mostly get it stopped, but just a brain fart. And I think he does everything he can.
Yeah, that was way too low on the brakes. That's all on me. That's all on me.
And he ends up shoving him off, sure, but like, he's just made a mistake. He's rectified it on track. Obviously, at this point, Jake's unfortunate to get the legal. If Jake didn't get the legal, it wasn't even that big a deal. But then getting the legal was really what cost him time. But yeah, just a straight up dumb mistake, really. There's not really too much more to say about it. You want Jake's POV? All right, we'll get Jake's POV in a second.
Yeah, that was way too low on the brakes.
There you go. Right. Have we got... Surely we've got Jake. We must have Jake here somewhere. Don't tell me Jake's going to be another POV that we need. Amazing. Look at that. Look at that. Got still. Jake is another POV we need. That's crazy. Watching basically everyone on the stream today. The illegal no more than the move itself. Yeah, I think that's fair. Because like I said, the move itself is just a straight mistake. He lets you go again. It's not the end of the world. The illegal is the really thing that really cost you. 53. Here we go. Illegal.
Fuck off, man. Fuck off.
Okay, mate, that was an illegal maneuver. You've got to cede that position.
Right, that's race week gone. Thanks, Hayden.
Completely understandable frustration. Completely understandable. And look, he's now 2 seconds behind Ricky. I don't think he was necessarily 100% out of it, but that was really put on the back foot there, which is unfortunate. That one's behind. A lot. Yeah. Just... There's not really too much more to analyse, really. That's what it is. Fair play to Jake there. A lot of people wouldn't do this. Clearly it's a mistake from Hayden. But look at his inputs. Watch one of his wheels at the bottom here. Right on the apex. I'll put it in slow-mo. Right on the apex, he does leave room at the last possible second once he realises what's happening. And obviously, slow-mo is going to look like he had slow reactions, but... And there, once he realises what's happened, look, he does actually turn out the corner. Most drivers wouldn't have done that. And I think the fact that he turned out the corner, I think, certainly saved Hayden. I'd say it probably helped Jake as well, but I allow them just to run wide and just get on with the race. And yes, okay, he got an illegal, which wasn't ideal. If he just did turn in there, they could have got caught on each other. They could have been speared into the barrier. Anything could have gone wrong. The fact that Jake had that reaction was actually really positive for Jake. So a lot of respect for that reaction, despite the clear mistake. But yeah. Cover your cam. Oh, my bad. Hold on. Let's watch it one more time and show it. You need to have the in-game on though, but yeah, we'll do it again. Sec. Go. One more time. It's got his fault for being paused, yeah. Or, you know, there's definitely an argument to be made for Matt 2 and 2's fault. There you go. But that is not the first brain overtake we're going to see into that corner. That one wasn't great, but we're going to see one that's actually worse in a minute. And it might be the next clip. And it is the next clip. Oh, perfect. So, we're going to go on board now with people who have gone on board with before. Mr. Raz and Shy. Mr. Raz and Shy, who definitely had an off day. You find it. I do feel like Razin isn't being as clean as he's known for being, in my opinion, at the moment. I don't think he's necessarily being dirty either. I think maybe he's a little bit on the back foot at the moment. Maybe in terms of pace or battling or luck. And he's getting a bit frustrated by it.
Ryan through, so he can go to 6 second gap.
Check this out. So Ben lets Ryan through. Ryan then runs deep. Holds everybody up. Razin goes for it. And then Ben does the classic Ben Daly. Just completely shoves him off track. Really bad driving there for Ben. It sounded like Safdie smashed into the back of Ben as well. I didn't realise that before. And then we see this. That one's worse. That one's a lot worse. Look, I've said it before. I'll say it again. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Do you know what I said last week about the reporting system and about how I didn't report Ben despite the borderline purposeful takeout on me with the incident last week? Go watch the previous video if you haven't seen that. And I said I wasn't reporting it because I don't believe the report system is fit for purpose. Razin here is an admin of, and he doesn't like me saying this, but he is, ultimately. He's one of the people that helps run Creator Series. And okay, he's not actively involved in the F1 management side, but he is still an admin. He's absolutely got some skin in that game, right? He sits at the table. So, if even Razin, an admin of Creator Series, is feeling a need to take it into his own hands, rather than going, I will report that, because that was clearly illegal, because it was illegal, and if he does report that, I'm absolutely certain Ben would get a warning for it. I mean, we've seen Ben do worse, but ultimately, there was no world in which Ben deserved to shove him off there. Not that there ever would be anyway, but if Ben's mostly ahead, you can kind of go, mitigating circumstances. There's a bit of contact there, which I don't think is on Razin. Razin's ahead. And then look at the top left, Razin's still ahead. He's still ahead. And we'll watch Ben's POV in a second, and Ben's launched it so hard that he's just shoved him away off track. That is a slam dunk, some sort of penalty, right? When the Creator Series penalty system, we know it's a warning, right? Because it's his first offence of the season. And yet, an admin of Creator Series doesn't want to report it. Instead, he wants to do what he did. Which to me is the most perfect evidence that the Creator Series penalty system is just not fit for purpose. Because this is bad. I mean, that's worse than what Ben did, obviously. It's vengeful. 2 wrongs don't make a right. Obviously this move was never on. There was only one way this is going to end, which is exactly how it did. He's quite lucky he's not get damage actually or spin potentially, and it's bad. It's really bad. That's worse. That's way worse. And quite frankly, if Ben reports that, Razin deserves a penalty. So it would be, imagine a world where Razin doesn't report what Ben did, which he probably won't because he got revenge on track. But Ben reports what Razin did and only clips up to that bit, so technically he's only reporting that bit, and Razin gets a penalty and Ben gets nothing. And okay, what Razin did was worse, but in no world does one deserve a penalty when the other doesn't. It was retaliatory. They were both the same. So yeah, I just think it's just the most perfect evidence that we need a new reporting system in Creator Series. We absolutely do. We absolutely do. Abin is 100% relevant. He's a driver and creator. Yeah, I know he is, but again, he does have some skin in the game. If he went in their private, which he is in, the private admin chat, and said, hey guys, maybe we should do a new penalty system, that would start a conversation, right? Whether he's involved in changing that system or not, I don't know, but he would be absolutely entitled to do that. I'm not saying that because he's an admin, he has to race perfectly, and this is so bad because he's an admin. I'm not saying that. All I'm saying is, if even an admin doesn't want to use the Creator Series reporting system, the Creator Series reporting system does not work. That's it. Simple as that. Respect for Razin's reaction, had to do exactly the same. And to some extent, I think, honestly, if Razin does what Ben did back, I have a bit more respect for it, because Razin has shown clear intention to do exactly what he did, particularly to Ben. He's done it many times to Ben, where Ben has shoved him off and he's shoved him off back. I think that's tit for tat. That, you know, although ideally you don't want to do that, 2 wrongs still don't make a right. You kind of go, well, if one person can race that way, why shouldn't the other person race that way? But that wasn't that. That was just a rage revenge hit, really, if anything. Let me go back and see Razin's channel, because I did miss it earlier on. I made it clear. Race me how you do. I will race back. No point sitting back and doing nothing. Yeah, like, to some extent, I do get it, Razin. But I think you can probably agree that we can all agree that one was definitely a bit much in return. Yeah, we don't accept the Ben daily anymore. Yeah, exactly. It's the same thing, and I do respect it because it's the only way that really Ben. It's the only real language that Ben respects. But ultimately, if we had a better reporting system, maybe Ben wouldn't release that out in the first place. Simple as that, really. I don't care. You push me off, you're getting pushed back off now. Yeah, I think that's fair, Razen. I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not disagreeing with you. I think in an ideal world, though, that wouldn't happen, and we'd have a better reporting system instead, or penalty system. My mistake, gave Razen a chance. Yeah, it doesn't really, it's sort of irrelevant though, to be honest, right? Anyway, I want to go on board with Safso to see Safso hitting the back of these guys. I didn't spot that before. Where's Safso? He's here somewhere. Oh, here he is. Being shocked. Got that. Oh wait, we haven't actually Ben's PV. We watched Ben's PV first. Sorry, I've completely forgot about that. Lap 58. The thing is, Ben doesn't even react to that much. He kind of knows that it was a revengeful move, and
Think a race, Ryan.
he pushed him off. Here we go. So let's Ryan go.
Or not.
Ryan goes deep.
Ryan, please.
Razen goes for it. Completely fair move. Literally at the apex, and that contact's fine. It's just the classic Ben.
Sorry, Razen.
It's the classic Ben. It's the classic Ben. It's literally like you could copy and paste this exact sort of situation and his reactions to it onto most of Ben's shove it off, because that contact is whatever. That's just part of the F1 game, right? But here, obviously, Ben's got a horrible line. He can't see Razen, but Razen is slightly ahead. Whatever, he's clearly there. He's we know he's there. He's not like he's disappearing, right? Fine. And yet Ben's response to that, he actually doesn't brake too bad. He gets it slowed down, but this is the key bit that Ben normally does. Watch his inputs, which is just here. What he'll do is then accelerates enough to push him off, and his response is always, "Oh, I can't turn. Oh, sorry, Razen." That's just always the case. Accelerate, claim you can't turn, apologise, but not actually give the position back. That is Ben's playbook. That's what he always does. Look, there you go. He's already going back on the throttle, back on throttle, back on throttle, still throttling. Look at that, 3/4 throttle. Look where he's heading. 3/4 throttle, 7/8 throttle.
Can't fucking turn.
Can't turn. Sorry, Razen. Okay, how about give the position back? And maybe he would have done. You know, there wasn't too long before Razen got his revenge. I think you could argue that here we probably should have let Razen go. But yeah, pretty bad from Ben. You know, I'm just because what Razen did was worse, I'm not going to excuse Ben in any way. That was pretty bad from Ben. But yeah, let's go board with Safso, like 58. Because I want to see. I hope he didn't get damaged. Safso seems to smash into the back of him.
How big is it?
Here we go.
There we go, slam through. So let's see. Is he going to be the rear gunner? Oh, Ben's going to be pissed at that. He hates letting people through and then they just make a mistake.
Not wrong. There you go. You can see the exact moment that Ben picks up the throttle. It's just a little nudge. Sounded quite bad on. Oh my god, Fabio comes through as well. Sounded quite bad on the Razen's POV, which is a little nudge. So yeah, you can literally pinpoint the exact moment that Ben floors the throttle.
Oh,
right on the apex, he goes, "Nah, I'm going to shove you off."
And they just make a mistake.
There, back here. Watch his car. See ya. Look how it's so bad. It's just the Ben Daly playbook. It's just the Ben Daly. That doesn't mean it's okay. It doesn't. It means, and that is what makes Ben one of the dirtiest drivers in Create Series. Simple as that. But yeah, not great. But not great from Razen to reply to it. I think it should have been reported. And to be honest, and we got a lot of comments on last week's Clipbook about regarding reporting and saying I should report it, etc. And like, you know, I get it, but also you should still report it. And look, I don't disagree. It's more of a protest thing, not reporting it, than it is going, oh, there's no point. It's more like I'm actively not doing it to show how pointless systems. I refuse to get involved in a system that I fundamentally disagree with, right? But ultimately, if we had been reporting what we should report, Razen should have reported Ben there. Not that it's egregious, is that the right word? Not that it's that bad, but he still just shoved him off. So Razen should report that. That should be a warning. Obviously, the rejoin of me is definitely a warning. And, you know, we've seen many other things. You know, there was enough just in Spa to get him more. So first warning's a warning. Second one's a quali ban. Third one is a race ban. Ben probably should have a race ban this season if we did report him with the current system, right? So, you know, to some extent, fair enough. But I still, in protest, I'm still, you know, refusing to report anything. But we need a new system. But anyway, we've talked enough about the penalty system, I think. I feel like people very rarely report anything as well. It's very rare. What you're saying is the report system could have potentially worked if correctly reported. Maybe. So, like, I mean, we talked about this a lot last week, but the main thing I don't agree with is the fact the first one is always a warning unless it's very, very bad. Because someone could literally win a race by shoving someone off track or cutting a corner. They still get to keep that win and they get a warning. Imagine if that's for a championship. Imagine if in the last round, especially since double points, I shove Ben off track to win the race and win the championship. Ben reports it, I get a warning. That's it. We know in reality, Creative Series will probably make up rules as they go along and give me some sort of penalty because that's how Creative Series rolls. But by the penalty system they've created, that's all it would be, which is obviously, you know, absolute BS. Like, it just doesn't, it's not fit for purpose. Flat out not reporting is a strange stance. Yeah, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's like a straight line take about. Yeah, but it was yours was a lot more purposeful, Razin, I think. Like a lot more again, is egregious the right word? I need to Google this. Egregious is an adjective that means something is very noticeable, glaringly bad, or shocking. Yours was more egregious than Ben's. But that doesn't make... They're both wrong. Like, you can't go, oh, Ben's was fine because what Razin did was worse. That's not how it works. Yeah. Tom, I'm not going to get into my own system. It's like, you know, we run a system in VSC rank that I think works quite well. You know, we spoke about that previously, but I'm not saying that then we need to do my suggested system. I'm just saying we need our system that actually works and that people are actually willing to report stuff. But yeah. Oh yeah, again, Raz, I'm not saying that Ben's was an accident. Ben's was bad, Ben's was purposeful, but yours was more... There's more intent to yours, if that makes sense. But again, they both deserve a penalty. Like, if one deserves one, absolutely the other one does. But anyway, that's stuff waffle. There's definitely good content, opportunity for Creative Series and doing penalties and steward. Yeah, absolutely, and social content as well. Saying like, this driver was given a penalty. Do you think that's fair? Or this was deemed a racing incident. Do you think that's fair? That's just perfect. Like, social content for everybody. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. And by the way, I especially against Ben, given the current parent system we got, I don't disagree with Razin getting your elbows back in response. And we're going to see this in a minute when we're going to review Matt 2-on-2's race. But I think if someone races you a certain way, you're entitled to race them back the same way. Although two wrongs don't make a right. And I think you should always have your own personal limits. For example, if someone purposely rejoins like Ben did in Spa and takes me out, I'm not going to do that in return ever, no matter what. Like that's a firm line for me, right? However, if someone squeezes me off track, especially repeatedly, I'll normally give someone one pass, call it a mistake. If it keeps happening, I will then start doing it back. Absolutely. Like, that's fair, right? It makes it a fair battle rather than an unfair battle. But in the idea where we have a penalty system that sorts out instead of that. But anyway, right, enough waffle. Moving on. You know, while we're on Razin, we'll skip ahead to the same corner just a couple laps later. About 5 laps later here.
Safety car in this lane.
Which is just after safety car restart.
These temps need these off the road.
Keep an eye on your distance to the speed limit.
It's going a bit deep.
Hold on.
Careful here.
It's the same corner.
Gillon takes the lead. Gillon will probably win this race. Fair play from the back. Give him credit.
I'm going to stop it there. There's a bit more to analyse after that. Pretty shocking, really. I mean, it's just bad driving, isn't it? It's not purposeful like the previous one. Bit of contact there. You can argue late move by Ricky. I think Razin had still had more space to go into. I think Ricky probably just about always leaves the cars with. I think that one's fine. Just shoves him out of the way. Just shoves him out of the way. It doesn't even break outrageously late, but he doesn't really make any effort to actually not hit him, to be honest. Once he realises he's going a little bit deep, rather than risk potentially spinning by Ricky, you know, him hitting Ricky, he basically just goes straight instead and makes it all a lot worse. But he's always going a little bit deep. But the issue is that he just straightens the steering. Slightly out brake by Ricky there. You got his actual wheel here, look. He turns in, great, but then look, before he hits him, he straightens the wheel because he can see that he's probably going to get spun because he's basically done a dodgy send, so he decides to straighten the wheel and then has a skill issue on exit. Bit of contact there with test wheel, but I don't think that affected anything. I think it was pure skill issue. And you can kind of see by Razen's action that it's pure skill issue. I think it's skill issue. I'm not 100% on that, so let's watch it for full speed. I'm pretty sure that's pure skill issue. Pure skill issue to have a spin, but yeah, these things happen, especially when you're frustrated like that. So just some pretty bad driving, really. It's not egregious. It's not it's nothing too bad. No one's really harmed that much. It's just not great. Just not great driving. However, from here on, I think is very interesting driving. We're on lap 63 of 70. In the last 10 laps of Creator Series, you are not allowed to cause a purposeful safety car. And in order to cause a purposeful safety car, you have to DNF yourself. Look what Razen does.
Alright. Well done.
Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car's out. Keep an eye on the delta. We need to keep it positive to avoid a penalty.
What do you guys think? My first reaction was that was a very patient and good rejoin because he didn't want to risk hitting anybody else. That was my first reaction. Because he goes to go and thinks, oh no, I'm going to hit somebody. Actually, there probably was enough gap between these two cars, but fine, he decides to go cautious. However, from this point, he could have gone right. Still now, he could go right.
Well done.
Okay, we've got a full
Instead, he decides to sit there. And I'm not saying this was definitely him sitting there 100% causing a purple safety car. I don't think it's as clear as that, regardless of what your thoughts on it are. But maybe. I think it's a very convenient amount of time to take to rejoin. Because realistically, it was just 7 laps to go. His race is over here. He's down in, well, as you say, patient. I mean, best. Oh yeah, it was going to be P15 at best, wasn't it? We'll get your guys' votes on this, but we'll watch it one more time, and then I'll get you guys to vote. So obviously, we know this incident is not great driving, but whatever. Skill issue, fine, whatever. And then from here is what we need to vote on.
Alright. Well done.
Okay, we've got a full course caution. The safety car.
We'll do some votes. What I'll tell you is, I would have been much more desperate than him to get going again. I would have been quickly shutting down, trying to rejoin ASAP, right, to minimise the time loss here. That would have been my personal reaction. So from here, I'd have been in first gear already, and I'd be spinning around to the right. Maybe I'd have gone to the left, but I wouldn't have, you know, having seen the gap that he almost went into, which is here, and he takes his time into here. I would have kept going, because it looks like you can make that gap. But anyway, whatever, he doesn't, but that's fine. But I would have got going a lot quicker in this. There's maybe a second or so there. Stops, waits a bit, then goes. Again, I'm not saying it's 100% either way. And that's why I want you guys to vote. But to me, it's an interesting one. But anyway, should we do the vote? Let's do the vote. Let's see what you guys think. Normal rejoin or we'll just do those two. Go ahead, chat. One for normal rejoin, 2 for purple safety car. I appreciate some of you will fall in the middle of that and think, yeah, a bit naughty, but just pick one and we'll get the stats from it. Most people saying 1. Most people saying normal rejoin. There you go. And like I said, that was my first reaction, was that he was just very, very patient and was very good that he didn't want to ruin anyone else's race by going across the racing line. There you go. Chat spoken. Almost everyone. Normal rejoin. There you go. Job done. So yeah, fair play. All right. Yes, we'll go back a lap now to Jake versus Ricky. Here is Jake. Lap 2. Oh, my office is getting warm already.
was crucial for Gillon to get past him there, I can't lie.
Yeah, I can't actually remember what happens here. Definitely need to make better notes than I have done. At least I've got notes this week. Don't think the Audi caused it. Yeah, maybe. We haven't actually got Tesla's POV. There you go. There's the move. I think that's it. It is. I think this is quite a nice move. Catches Ricky a little bit by surprise. There's definitely quite a lot of contact at the apex. And he just, I mean... I'm not even going to call it... I'm not going to say he just gave room. What I'm going to say is he just about didn't push him off track. That's how I'm going to call it. There was obviously lots of contact and stuff. We'll go on board with Ricky, but pretty nice move all in all. I think probably the contact is primarily what drags him quite that wide. So we'll go on board with Ricky to see if that was bad from Ricky, but pretty nice move. I like these moves when you catch your rival off guard. I quite like these moves. They're always the sweetest moves.
Lobby. Una volta.
Grab Ricky's POV.
Può azzardare.
Oh wait, we still got the thing up. Very good.
Lorenzo.
Was it always up? I don't know, get rid of it. Tell well the fact I was saying bold. Right. Here you go.
Vaffanculo, Meraki.
I think Jake goes a tiny bit deeper than you ideally would in this situation. I don't think Ricky does anything wrong. We'll have a vote on this, but obviously it's a bit of a nothing burger, but I'm still interested to see what you guys think about this. For me, Jake goes a tiny bit deep. And that's sort of what causes it. I mean, look at Razen's racing line. You absolutely can be on that curve. And I think if you're trying to squeeze at the inside of someone, you should probably go as right as you can. I think Ricky gives enough room. It sort of gets bounced off track. Obviously the outcome is racing incident, but all I want to know is slight Meraki fault. %, racing incident, or slight Ricky 03 fault. That's it, chat. Get voted now. Obviously, this is a racing incident. No one's calling for a penalty. No one's at fault. But is there? Should someone have done something slightly different here, or is this just 100% racing incident? 1, 2, or 3 in chat right now. Snacky. Promise you can't agree on how to spell it. Looks pretty close, to be fair, between 1, 2, and 3, which I think is probably high. I'm surprised anyone's really saying Ricky, but there's a few people saying Ricky. But I think we can all agree, snacky. Very good. Very, very helpful, chat. Very helpful. But yeah, I mean, obviously, just the normal par racing, the F1 game's all good. All right, now we are going to review Jake versus Tom 97 the last few laps, but before we do that, we're going to just view a couple more clips. So, who was this? It's on Safso on lap 69. I can't remember who it was that battled him. Hold on. Razin again, actually. Yes, Razin again. We've got more Razin. So this is what I mean by earlier on when I was saying that Razin seems to be not racing as cleanly as he once used to this season. There you go. It's not like he's doing anything outrageously bad, but it seems a little bit much this. So last lap, or not last lap, penultimate lap. Obviously not alongside South. So tries to centre on the outside, completely gets it wrong. Just goes massively deep. Was always very, very ambitious here on the brakes. So fine. No harm, no foul. However, What you can't do from this situation, having 100% put yourself out there. In fact, we did just briefly see Safso's POV. I'll go back to it. Safso, despite the fact it was never really on, still leaves him some room. Just 100% prove that it was 0% on Safso, him ending up out wide there. He leaves him room, breaks nice and early. Always had room. He always had room, right? So fine, whatever. He's just gone for it. He's over ambitious. What you can't do from this situation is then continue racing and trying to gain a position. He's only here because he went off track.
He's got more grip.
And then goes again. It's definitely a little bit naughty, this. Trying to gain advantage by going all the way off track from 100% yourself. And he's still fighting him. And this is all, he's only ever here because he did the off track. And eventually he comes out, behind. So it's all good. But
I don't know.
it doesn't seem to me, by how hard he's fighting there, that he would have let Safso go if he got him. So just a bit. We'll call it cheeky. To send it that harder than to continue battling from here. If he got this position, that is a slam dunk illegal overtake, isn't it? I think some people might say that, technically he dropped behind here, but obviously he's still at this moment got the advantage from going off track and being side by side with Safso, so he's much closer to Safso than he otherwise would have been, which is what allows him to go for this send. So yeah, for me, it's just a bit naughty, really, isn't it? It's a bit naughty. It's not that deep, no, but it's that would be an illegal overtake. And ultimately what it does is it costs Safso a whole load of time, and it costs Safso a chance to potentially attack Ben. I don't know if Safso would have been able to attack Ben. I think, look, Safso's race was actually really sharp in this race, I've got to say. All the clips I've seen from Safso, all the defensive work is really good. We saw it from Bob and me at the beginning of the race. Just really nicely judged defense. He's no longer that super passive Safso that you can walk all over. He'll defend, but he'll defend fairly, but right up to the limit. Safso has developed a very, very high quality racecraft where he can defend very, very nicely. I think attacking maybe still missing a little bit of aggression, but I appreciate people, a lot of people don't want to end up in incidents and stuff and end up in the clipbook, so whatever. But yeah, Safso has got a really nice defensive technique now. Really, really nice. Pay for the whole game here, so use the whole map. I like that conclusion. Oh. Razin risks a track limit warning to keep the pressure on. I think it's fair. Nah. Again, imagine that's for a win. Imagine that's for a championship, and he comes out on top, doesn't get the warning, or does get the warning. Doesn't really matter. It's just not fair. It's not the sort of racing that we're racing in a series with rules for, right? That's not. And Safso and Razin would be just as annoyed if someone overtook him by doing that as well. It's just not. It's not that deep. It's not egregious. It's not anything outrageous. It's just not. It's not great. It's not the fair racing we want to see, is it? That's all it is. Not fair. Arguably cost Safso a chance to get Ben. Yeah, it did. I don't think Safso would have got Ben, but you're right. It did cost Safso for sure. But yeah. Can't really hear. What are you up to, Razin? Are you on the tube or something? Anyway, we've got one more clip before. I put lap 73 here. That can't be right. Where have we got lap 73 from? There was only 70 laps. Thank you, Johnny, for the tier 1 sub. 40 months subscribe. Appreciate you. I bet Shoots for that with the tier 1. Did I give Shoots a shout out? I don't know if I did. Thank you for 37 months, though. Bit of all racing, no overtaking. Yeah, agreed. If we're picking out that the game's gone, come on, Razin. You'd be fuming if someone overtook you in that way. You can't just go off track, gain an advantage, and then attack somebody because of it. It's not on. I think you know that. Anyway, right. Razin, I've got Razin versus Test Will here. Oh, that was one we already saw. I don't know why. I don't know what's happened with that. Anyway, whatever. We'll do that. All right, so we've got 3 more things to review. We're done with the kind of chronological clips. But what I do want to do is watch Tom and Jake's battle at the end of the race, because this was very, very nice defending from Mr. Maraki. Very, very nice indeed. I'll find Tom's POV because he has a chasing car. He's got the front row seats for it. But Tom with
legitimately win this.
Sort of theoretically the best tyres. I think he might have had one attack a little early on. Sort of theoretically the best tyres. I think by the end the mediums were better, so I don't think it's fair just to say, yeah, Tom's tyres were better. I think at this stage they are. I think by the last couple of laps, I think it's up for debate. But yeah, this is the first time it happens. So it looks like move done there. Jake comes back at him, which ends up being crucial because Jake is able to defend after this. There's another safety car coming in a second. There it is. And Tom was right. He was just behind as that gets called. We go slow-mo. I can show you it. Check out the position in the top left as the message comes up in the top middle. There you go. He's behind. Meraki head, then Tom 87, and now we've got a safety car. So that was right. He did stay behind, so fair play for Tom. Very fair there.
Bollocks. Was I ahead?
And then we get a couple up safety car. And yeah, there's a little bit of traffic and stuff. And then once... There we go. We'll watch from here, I think. Because this is just really nice racing from both, to be honest. I think Tom probably should have got the move done. I think Tom likes to be a very fair racer. And look, I'm not going to put him down for that. And that there is a beautiful move, by the way, around the outside lolly. Lolly did have worse tyres, but beautiful move on the outside lolly. I think I would have backed out there, so very nice for Tom. I feel like sometimes Tom just misses a little bit of aggression. I think you can rely on Tom to not be going for a big, like there, that really good example. You can rely on Tom to not go for those big outrageous sends, which sometimes you kind of need to pull them out. Again there, just not going for it at all. Look, I'm not going to put him down for it because it means he's clean. It means he's cleaner than most, and it's not like he can't overtake. He absolutely can. But I think just a slight more killer instinct in this battle in particular would have gotten him P2 rather than P3. But yeah, let's just enjoy it because this is really nice. So he's already had a little attack. At this stage, Tom's tyres are probably still marginally better, I would say. Pro called Hayden traffic. Well, they're on worse tyres, same with Lolly. Effectively what they were. When we look at the gap I pulled, shows you how slow they were. It's lap 69 when his tyres start going. Okay, so for this next lap then, Jake reckons that Tom's got better tyres. Opted not to go for it for now. Now he's all over him, loads of battery. Jake, stop burning. Opportunity. Sends it. Technically gets ahead there. And very nice by Jake to leave the perfect amount of room. While also kind of squeezing him just enough to get the position. And here, sure that's a no-go. Yes, it is. We'll have a look into here, but Jake defends. Very nice. Again, perfect car position that by Jake. Absolutely perfect car positioning. You don't want to go all the way to the inside. You got to stop him attacking. Again, pretty good from Jake there. I think Tom could have maybe gone a bit more aggressive. Again, nice squeeze. To me, that was a complete... Although technically Tom was alongside there, to me, that squeeze is completely fair. You can't just jump out of people's way. Like, the amount Tom's alongside there is nothing at all. That's just really nice defending, in my opinion. I wouldn't be expecting to be given room for that.
It's the whole, if I'm not going to win, you're not going to win either attitude.
I'm getting a bit frustrated here with the defence. I don't know if maybe at this point he thinks Jake's on all tyres or something like that. I was surprised at that. He's not, you know. Even some of Tom's chat were even saying like he's holding people up on purpose, and I was just like, what? Yeah, no, he's not. He's just going all in for defence. That's all he's doing, and it does slow you down. Snacky doing well. Agreed. Again, could have gone for it there. That's what I mean. Little bit of missing killer instinct there from Tom. He could have dived that, and I guarantee you Ben goes for that. I probably go for that. And any other aggressive driver goes for that. Again, similar situation here, but again, look at that. Perfectly judged by Jake. Squeezing just perfectly. 2 more laps to go. Tom's still biding his time a little bit here. He's still going, all right, I've got time. I've got good speed.
He's doing
We
well.
respect that.
He's going to get stronger because of the tyres. I'm bloody trying without having to go for a dive bomb.
To be honest, Jake, I had like 3 seconds by the time you got Lolly anyway. It was GG for the time left. We had the same pace, didn't we? So even just a 2-second gap would have been enough. Even a 1 borderline could have been enough, but a bit of slipstream, bit of overtake mode might have made a difference. Heading to the inside there. Hoping he goes deep.
We'll go back.
Jake's driving rock solid right now. Lifting to there, make sure he's got the battery. Here we go, on to the last lap, last opportunity. Really concentrate on exit, but yeah, look, his tyres are starting to fade now. You can clearly see it. Yeah, look at those rears. Look at those rears. Right. Massively overheating. And that's what the softs do. They do just overheat.
It's advantage mediums at this stage.
Yeah, Tom's called it. He's still here though. Not over number just yet. Enough battery to get me would have guaranteed Tom getting past. Yeah, probably. Pretty right. That was, you mean Jake's been smart on battery? Is that what you're saying? That 57 turn 4. Do you think? Alright, I'll have a look. Yeah, just doesn't really have the opportunity now. His opportunity was before. Got no battery. You know Tom's not going to go for an outrageous lunge. Has a look there. Makes Jake panic a little bit. Look how close he is. On the overtake very early there. The boost very early. Slightly wide line, get a bit of clear air. Try to get the exit, but...
I tried, I just ran out of tyres. It happened.
Yeah, he did. The opportunity was about 2 laps before. But yeah, Tom wants us to watch lap 57. Oh, if we went 67. Turn 4.
There it is.
That's where we go.
Spooked him.
But he wants us to watch. Wait, no, I think it's the next corner. Oh, a bit of a half set now. That could have gone wrong. I think I have actually seen this. Tesla would run out of battery. Whoa, Tesla squeezed you off.
Really complete that off track, but I mean, I don't think I was given any room there, was I?
I mean, talk about opposite to Razin, right? I don't think there's any contact. Watch it again. On the edge source, yeah, there's no contact. So Tesla was just carrying too much speed there. He hasn't left him any room. He's obviously deserving of room. Watch it slower this time to get a feel for it. So obviously Tom's got the overspeed here. Look, it's ambitious, don't get me wrong, but ultimately before they even hit the brakes, he's actually ahead there. He's on the curb, which is fine. There's a bit of contact just a second ago, but that doesn't affect the corner. He's absolutely ahead. Tom goes for it. And then there, Tesla comes out to him and goes off track. For me, in this situation, 2 wrongs do make a right. Because although Tom wasn't looking like he was going to make the apex, because he didn't, as in make the corner, because he didn't make the corner, for me, the fact that Tesla was never given room anyway disregards that. And now all is fair in love and war. That's my view on that. Because ultimately Tom was there. It's not like Tom, like in the Radisson situation, has come from miles back and has launched it and all this other stuff. Tom was ahead. And okay, he's around the outside. He's not got the upper hand. But just because Tom carried too much speed doesn't automatically disallow it, because Tess will also carry too much speed. So that they've both done wrong here. So both of these wrongs ended up making it right and all is fair in love and war. But let's get your votes on it. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about this. We'll watch it through one more time. I'll do it at full speed here. Again, we haven't got Tesla's POV, but I'll do it at full speed. There you go. And Tom also backs out. Let's see what you guys think. So we're gonna go. As in, Tom should give position, or Test will should give position. I think is that fair voting? Is that going to give us a? So all fair would literally just be, you know, don't back out anybody, just carry on, just keep racing as if you didn't go off track. 2 would be Tom should give the position back, exactly like he did. 3 should be Tess will should give the position back, so the opposite of what happened. There you go, get voting chat. 1, 2 or 3. 1, 2 or 3. Yeah, most people say it all fair. In fact, Tess will give position is up there. No one thinks Tom should give position. Interesting. Very interesting. All right. Well, there you go. So yeah, Tom absolutely should have carried on in this situation. I mean, obviously, you know, we can't force Tess Will to do something, but Tom clearly should have carried on. I'm surprised no one's saying Tom should back out. Although I do agree, I think they should carry on. The fact that there's no contact after there and Tom goes wide. Tom was never making that corner. So you could definitely make a case to say that Tom should back out. I don't believe that to be the case, but I can absolutely see that point of view. So it's interesting that none of you guys thought that. Anyway, I've only got 15 minutes now-ish. But, right, anyway, let's crack on. Yeah, so we looked at that battle. GG's to Jake on that defensive work at the end there. That was really, really nice. Really placed his car perfectly. I do think Tom could have forced the issue more. He could have gone for a move, been a bit more aggressive. But equally, I think he's going for the championship this season. He's P3 in the standings. He's on for a podium. You could say he goes for it. He ends up P10 and it's mud. So, I'm not going to say Tom bottled there by any means. I do think he had the opportunity to get him, but, more so we should take a hats off to Jake. I think really nice defending there. If you break too late to leave room, you should back out. Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah, give Hayden a race ban. He won't turn up next week. Imagine that. All right. So before we review Matt 212's race, which is coming, I want to just have a little review of the live timing. So we have updated the live timing to add a few bits. I said me. I'm the only one developing this. So we've got lap history now, which it needs reformatting. I'm working on that, but for now I'm just trying to get the data in there so that I can then make the dashboard a little bit nicer. So we've now got lap history. So this gives you a list of every single lap time, every single time, every single sector, the position that you're in, the gap, which is a little bit glitched at the moment. It calls me the leader on lap 15, which is obviously wrong. We know I was fourth. The fuel you had and the ERS charge you had. Again, I'll make this prettier, but for now, that is what it is. So, yeah, we've got all that, which is nice. We've also obviously still got the overtakes, still got the collisions, all that kind of stuff. But what mainly what I want to look at from live timing is just the strategy. So it's interesting after the race. You guys voted my race 10 out of 10. Basically a perfect race. Commentators said that it's possibly the best race I'd ever done. And I agree. I think it was one of my best races ever in Creator Series. I think, start from the back of the grid, I didn't do really anything wrong. I got the strategy right, I got the racing right. The battling was good, the fuel was right, everything was absolutely bang on. Which is very rare. So that was good. However, afterwards, there was a few people saying that, Lolly was robbed. A few people saying, Tom 97 deserved to win, all this other stuff. In fact, I think Tom said that he said that Lolly was clear, head and shoulders above on pace. I think the commentators said that Tom and Lolly were clear on pace. So lots of different POVs. For me, first up, let's talk about pace. Because for me, Jake and Lolly had the exact same pace. We could tell that from the medium stint when we all had within one lap of tyre over each other, and we're all doing the same pace. You could argue up to a tenth either way, absolutely. But, as far as we can gather, we had the same pace, right? The gap wasn't going up or down to Lolly. Jake was able to slightly catch it with 1 lap fresher tyres by a tenth a lap. It was just the same, right? We had the same pace. Tom 97's pace, we cannot judge it. Because he only had mediums. And this brings us into the strategy element, because some people are saying that Tom got really unlucky and that it was robbed and that it was his win, all this other stuff. Ultimately, Tom 97, up to lap 40 when the safety car came, had only run the best race tyre. Everyone else had done at least one pit stop and had run the suboptimal race tyres. So that was complemented Tom's pace. So that means that there is no possible way for us to judge Tom's pace, because after that he was always in traffic. So, look, I'm not saying Tom was slower than us. I think probably Tom was the same pace as us. There's no evidence to say that he was faster than us. There's no evidence to say that he was slower than us. So let's just assume he had the same pace as us, which means that all 4 people had leading pace. I think that's a fair assumption. But there was just simply no way to measure it. Then on strategy, I think Tom considered himself unlucky. Tom's chat considered himself unlucky. Look, there's a reason that with the current rule sets, if you have to run soft, medium, and hard at some point in Creator Series race, there's a reason that almost everybody starts on softs and then goes mediums and then goes hards. I went different to that, and it caught me out in Austria, which is unfortunate because there was one safety car, which is crazy, but whatever. I went different to that, and it caught me out. In Spa, I purposely went different to that, and yes, okay, it looked like it could have been a race-winning strategy, but ultimately it ended up being the same pace as the other strategies. Because there was no safety cars, and that is key, because there's no safety cars, we ended up at the same place on track, despite the fact me doing very different strategy. And I did that on purpose. I knew that was a risk, starting on hards. I knew that was a risk. Some people said it was a big brain strategy, it was the best strategy. I didn't agree with that ever, because it was a risk. I just wanted to make my own luck. I didn't like what was happening in the previous few races. I wanted to make my own luck and go for it. I'll go full screen. So for me, that's the strategy in Creator Series. Soft, medium, hard. Soft is normally the worst race tyre. So you get that out early on because it's probably going to be a safety car at some point. So get that out of the way. Then you run the mediums, and then you wait till there's a safety car. The reason you do it in that order is because if there's a safety car, most people box off softs on lap 12 of 70, right? That's when I box. That's when... sorry, no, that's wrong. Lap 14 is when I box. 14... Jake boxed on lap 15, Lolly boxed on lap 14. You know, some box a couple laps early, but that's about when you box, right? Lap 14 of 70. That's very early in the race. Then you get on mediums. If there's a safety car from lap 15 onwards, you can theoretically go hards till the end, which is exactly what we saw in Austria. Obviously, in reality, there's probably going to be another safety car, and you'll probably be back to a different tyre before the end. And you know, there's always a bit of Creator Series RNG that you got to hope that it's at the right time for the tyres that you had left. In this race, I had a spare set of hards that I never used. Jake had a spare set of mediums, which could well have been a race winning strategy for him, but traffic worked out in my favour, and instead of him, I was able to get past people a bit quicker. So that's why we run that strategy, right? Is that statistically, whenever the safety car comes, you're probably going to be all right. And if a safety car before that, if there's a safety car on lap 10 and you're on soft, you just box the mediums. It's still very early days. So maybe you could box the hards, possibly, but I think still the back stretch box. So that's the reason, right? That's the reason. I got quite out on Austria, and other than Spa, when I purposely did something different, that's the default strategy, and that's why I think we need to get rid of this tyre rule. Tom did something different, right? Which is absolutely fine. I did it in Spa, absolutely fine. I think it's wrong to say that Tom was the shoe-in race winner. It's wrong to say that Tom was unlucky. It's wrong to say that Tom had the best strategy or anything like that, because it's just not true. Tom took a risk by going on those hards and having the best race tyre for the first half of the race, and it ended up not working out for him. It's as simple as that. It's not that Tom was unlucky necessarily. It's that Tom went for the unlikely strategy, the strategy that was unlikely to work out. And that's why everyone starts on softs. So there's that. Also, I think Tom's reaction after the fact maybe wasn't quite right. So this is Tom's strategy here. Let me zoom in a little bit further. In third place here, that's where Tom finished, obviously. So he did 39 laps on the hards. I think his lap count might be slightly off, but it's within one lap. 30 laps hard, and then he did one lap on softs under the safety car, and then boxed immediately for mediums. I think Ben mentioned afterwards. I think it was Ben. I think it was Ben. Maybe someone like Meraki. I'm not too sure. And I agree that I think that was the wrong choice. I think, look, you know, we can debate whether it was the right decision to start hard, and you know whether the soft, medium, hard strategy is always the right strategy. Because you know with Creator Series RNG, it isn't necessarily the right strategy, but statistically speaking, it's probably the right strategy. However, at that point, whatever. Okay, the draw line under all that. Lap 40, safety car. He hasn't pit yet. He's still got to use two tyres. Everyone else can go to the end on hards, right? Consider it unlucky, consider whatever you want. Let's draw a line under all that. At that point, he's got two choices. Go softs or go mediums, right? He decides to go softs, which was his original race strategy. If there was no safety car, he's going to go softs for 10 laps and then go mediums to the end. But then decides a lap later to go mediums. For me, that's the wrong decision. Now, hindsight's a wonderful thing, but again, statistically, which is what you have to do in Creator Series because we get so many safety cars, you have to just statistically do the best thing for safety cars, which is what Ben was always very good at. For me, that's the wrong choice. Don't go softs. They're not going to last. Go mediums, wait till the next safety car. If there's no more safety cars with 10 laps to go, which is unlikely, as we know, because normally we get a safety car with 10 laps to go. Probably 80% of the time we get a safety car with 10 laps to go. So go mediums till 10 laps from the end. Then run softs for the last 10 laps. If there's no more safety cars, you're fine because you've got mediums. You can run that distance. You can pull a gap to the pack. And realistically, you box the softs. You probably come out in, with Tom's pace, you probably come out in P5 or P6. You then try and hunt down the leaders, right? We saw GB do this in Austria. He boxed with 15 laps to go and hunted down the leaders, right, to mediums. This is the softs, so it's in theory quicker. Now, obviously, we know softs aren't a great race tyre, but I did 14 laps on them at the start. Most people did 10-ish, 10 plus laps. So for me, that was the best strategy, regardless of safety cars, right? Regardless of knowing for sure what happened with safety cars. Run mediums, do what you can, and bear in mind, he'd have been leading the race. He got a bit unlucky because he had to double stack, which if Lolly didn't have his glitch, which we'll get to in a second, would have cost him the lead. But Lolly did have his glitch, so he would have led the race. Worst case, he'd have been P2. He'd have been ahead of me, right? The only reason I'm ahead of him is because he pit twice. So medium tyres, P2 or P1, run away. Do your pace. I was on hard at this point. Tom should be quicker on mediums. Run away, pull the gap, and if he's got good pace, run. If there's no safety cars, go softs at the end, potentially win the race. Right, fine. However, there was safety cars, which is what proves that looking at these statistics I'm talking about is crucial. Because if he did go mediums and then ran for a while, he then had an option a little while later to go, and it was about, was it 12 laps to go or 11 laps to go? I think was the next safety car, or was there another one before that? There may be one 5 laps before that. Can't 100% remember. Let me go look it up. Let me go find it. Knowledge of how hard it is to come. So, hold on a second. So it was lap 40, lap 59. So it was pretty much 10 laps to go. Was the next safety car? Correct me if I'm wrong on that. I think that's right. So yeah. So with hindsight, if he ran mediums till 10 laps from the end, he would have got that extra pit stop under safety car, which everyone else boxed under, by the way. And assuming his mediums didn't completely die compared to our softs in those 24 laps, he still would have been in contention at the front, fighting with everybody else. And don't get me wrong, he still got back to P3. I'm not going to slay him too badly because he still had a good result. It's not like he ended up P10, right? He got back to P3. Fine. Like, he did well. But he has to do a lot of overtakes, and ultimately he was 4.5 seconds off the lead with no real chance of winning the race. So, for me, the biggest thing about Tom's race isn't bad luck, isn't any of this other stuff. It's a strategy bottle, is ultimately what it is. Because starting hard, mistake. But fine, forgiven. Under the safety car, to box twice, big mistake. Big mistake. It just wasn't necessary. So, that's my opinion. What do you guys think? Let's rechat. Go wets, best tire, yeah, agreed. What do you think, Tom? I saw you saying the debate would be interesting. What's your conclusion on it all after me having said all that? Yes, so Tom says he got unlucky with the safety car timing because he was always going to box that lap. So he was saying if the safety car was 1 lap later, he would have been on softs and then could have gone to mediums. But again, would he be able to run mediums to the end? Probably, but they wouldn't have been a great tyre to the end. Like, the hards were better from that point. So it's still not a great strategy. And also, that's just wishful thinking. That's half of the race. You're saying that you got unlucky that there was no safety car or that the safety car didn't happen till after halfway through the race. It's Creator Series. There's going to be safety cars. Like, not always. They're done in Spa. But they're probably going to be safety cars. So for me, it's not unlucky that when it happened. It could have happened a lap earlier or 5 laps earlier or 10 laps earlier. He's in the same strategy situation, in my opinion. So I don't think he got unlucky. I think he just chose a statistically unlikely to work out strategy, and it didn't work out. That's all it is. But look, there's a lot of people in my stream comments in particular moaning about Creator Series, RNG, and that safety cars, purple safety cars need to be banned. We did have a lot. I'd like to see less safety cars as well. I think it would have been interesting to see how it played out if we didn't get the safety car after the lap 40 safety car. What I will say in the safety car's defense is it did make things more interesting ultimately. Yes, okay, it brought me back in contention for winning. I was still fighting for P3. I'd have been happy to go from the back to P3. And it's obviously no guarantee that I'd have beaten Jake, but I'd have been happy to go from P21 to P3 with no safety cars. I'd have considered that a good race, right? Okay, sure, the safety car helped me win, but it's not like I was having a bad race up to that point. But obviously, everything was pretty strung out, right? What it did is it brought people back together. Then the next safety car allowed some people to do different strategies. Like, in this case, to me, there wasn't really a strategic battle happening. I lost 10 seconds battling Ben. So Tom was probably beating me, right? Tom reckoned that Lolly had amazing pace. So in Tom's words, he doesn't think he was beating Lolly. So first and second were already decided effectively. And P3 was between me and Meraki only. That was it. And there was a 10-second gap behind. So everything was massively spread out. So the safety cars did make the race more interesting. Tom said, yeah, but it's luck when that happens. Considering you're Mr. Creator Series RNG, I think you'd agree with that. Hate you're calling it a bottle when it isn't. Look, my point of view from the strategy plan was to do a 1-stop. In principle, it's a hard medium race for me, but only use the softs for a single lap under the safety car to comply. Yeah, again though, you're ignoring the fact it's Creator Series. Like, and look, I'd rather see no purposeful safety cars. I'd rather see the tyre all scrapped, right? I'm a strategy purist, right? That's what I'd like to see. But that isn't what we're racing in. We're racing in a series that does allow purposeful safety cars. We're racing in a series where you do have to use all 3 compounds. That is a fact. And that's why almost everybody has decided to run soft, medium, hard. That's not a mistake. It's not luck that people have decided on that strategy, and that happens to be the best strategy most of the time. That's skill. That's statistics. That's playing the rule set we've got. That's using the odds in your favour. Like, it's not bad luck when you go differently to that and it doesn't work out. That's, you tried something different and it doesn't work out. All the races where I've got a podium this season is because I waited and said I'm beating for the last stint. Well, you've had 4 P3s though, Tom, and not anything better. So maybe it's time to change that. What do you reckon? Honestly, with a different rule set, without purpose of safety cars, yeah, Tom's strategy is all right. Just like mine was in Spa. It's a similar sort of strategy. You forget the race before we don't have safety cars. Yes, but this is what I'm saying. Statistically, that's an anomaly. Like, I haven't got the actual data. I don't think it exists. But what do we reckon? What percentage of races do we get a safety car in Creator Series? More than 95%, isn't it? I'll ask you guys, because we haven't got actual stats. So let me ask you guys. We'll use you guys to be the odds. So more than 50% of races. More than 75% of races. So obviously only vote for the highest one that you want to vote for. Space. It's coding. There you go. There you go. Vote in chat right now. So do you think we get safety cars in Creator Series more than half the time? More than 50% of races, more than 75% of races, more than 90% of races, more than 95, more than 98. You get the idea. We'll use you guys some sort of stats. There you go. Almost everyone's saying more than 95%. I think that's probably quite accurate, to be honest. So more than 95% of Creator Series races have safety cars. So it's all about trying to mathematically give yourself the best odds. And look, I have been in Tom's situation, in this exact situation, going, what a joke. Like to Tom 97's, not Tom 97. Yeah, I've been really unlucky. I went for this strategy. I've been really interested to see it turned out. It didn't turn out. I'm so unlucky. Austria is a really good example of that. I went different. I didn't actually realise it was different until after Austria. But at the time, I went different. And it didn't work out. In Spa, I knew I went different. So I couldn't moan if it went wrong because I knew what I was doing that time. But I've been in Tom's situation going, yeah, but, you know, I did get unlucky. You never know when a safety car is going to come out. You never know if you're going to get a safety car. There is still that 5% chance of not getting a safety car. It is frustrating, but it's just the rules. It's like being annoyed that, I don't know, what else happens in Creator Series? Like anything. It's just like being annoyed at the rules in the thing you're choosing to race in. If you're choosing to race in it, the rules are the rules. Yes, we can ask them to change the rules, but ultimately we don't decide the rules. The rules are the rules. We all agree to race the rules. Let's get on with it. And the rules result in a lot of safety cars. I think there's one race this season so far without a safety car. Yeah, I know VSC's just gone live, yeah. We're running over a little bit, but it's all good. Yeah, Austria was unusual. We didn't get a safety car late on. Actually, I was very surprised at that. That very much surprised me. So yeah, you're right. Like, it's not 100%, but I'd say 80% of races we get a safety car with 10-ish laps to go. And we now know, I think I agree with you guys, more than 95% of races do have some kind of safety car. So it is Creator Series RNG, and it does suck, but it is what it is. If you want a good result, you've got to go for the strategy that gives you the best odds of winning that Creator Series RNG, the Creator Series lottery. Simple as that. Simple as that. I wish it was different, but it isn't. It's like being annoyed at being daily. Yeah, exactly. But like trying to sneak around the outside of Ben Daly and only being halfway along the outside. You know you're getting shoved on a track. Doesn't make it right, but you know it's going to happen. I don't think that's unlucky, Tom. I mean, would it have been unlucky if a safety car came out the lap before? Or the lap before that? Or the lap before that? There's quite a few laps there where if a safety car came out, you'd have gotten unlucky. I think... Tom, I think it's not horrendous. You had quite a big gap, but I think it's not horrendous that the safety car came out at a point of which you could capitalise on it, because obviously it's a much cheaper pit stop under the safety car. You know, you did get unlucky with a double stack. In fact, I will show Lolly's POV actually. If we still got Lolly here somewhere, but I'll show Tom's double stack. I've kind of talked about these things without actually showing them. I forgot it was a clipbook for a brief moment. let's show you the stuff I'm actually talking about, shall we? So. Also, VSCs almost always get upgraded. That's another thing that always happens. So yeah, I mean, bearing in mind Tom's the leader. Tom's leading the race. There's nobody in front of him, and there hasn't been for about 30 laps now.
Let's see if the strat works. Let's see if it works.
And yet,
everyone else is going to be completing their strategy.
double stack.
Oh my god, no. Chappers is serving a
Teammate that's not
penalty.
only a lap down,
There's
but
no
also
way.
he's serving a penalty. That is bad luck. That is bad luck. There's no denying that is just horrendous luck.
Oh
You can't
my
predict
God.
that. So completely fair. But ultimately, look, obviously we know Lolly has a glitch, but that probably would have allowed Lolly to get the lead. But ultimately, he still comes out miles ahead of me because of the gap that he had, because he hadn't boxed yet and because he had good pace. And because he was using the best tyre.
Was it bugged out?
So yeah, so that's unfortunate. But that wasn't... If he's taken mediums at this point, he's still P2. Even if Lolly didn't get his glitch, which we'll watch in a second, he's still P2. Run mediums till 10 laps from the end, then take softs and go on and try to win the race. The thing is about strategy, what I'm suggesting, is that there's not really any downsides. If there's no more safety cars, you keep yourself at the front. We know Hungary's hard to overtake. We know there's potential to carnage in the pack. And we also know there's a high chance of safety cars, but even ignore that part, right? Take mediums for 20 laps. That's all. 20 laps. That's easy on mediums. 20 laps. Then box with 10 laps to go, 4 softs, and go for your life. Exactly what I did in Spa. If there's no more safety cars, that's still fine. He's still guaranteed a podium, basically, at that point, I'd say. And probably quite a good chance to win. If his pace is as good as people think it is, a win, possibly. It's just, it's not a good option here to do double stack him up, not double stack the double pit stop, regardless of that unluck and bad luck in the pit. Anyway, right, I don't think we've got Lolly yet. I know we have. No, it was just ages ago. It's absolutely hours ago. Yeah, and then Lolly, so then regarding Lolly's luck, Lolly definitely was just unlucky. There's not really anything else we can say about Lolly's luck here in the pit lane. Similar sort of thing to Tom. Comes in here.
Ok, mio partner si è elevato, meno male.
So Tom actually does come out ahead of Lolly. That's Tom just left the pits. So without Lolly's issue, Tom is still leading the race with mediums.
Tom, gomma. What?
And here, he gets his glitch, which we have seen before. Ragazzi, guys,
Ragazzi, I'm bad. Guys?
Yeah, and that's it. That's literally it. His card never moves.
What the fuck?
He has to quit his game and restart and rejoin. That's proper bad luck. You can't factor that in.
Gomma media.
He did in P2 on that restart. And we know Lolly had good pace, and he rejoins in P12. Brutal. That's bad luck. So I feel for Lolly. I don't think it was guaranteed he was going to win the race. I don't think he necessarily had clear pace or anything like that. The safety car brought us all back into contention, but he was absolutely fighting for the win. This kind of took him out of contention and fighting for the win. So yeah, unfortunate. Viva Italia. Skill issue? Yeah, agreed. Oh yeah, I know, Tom. Yeah, the safety car was super slow, wasn't it? Should we we'll watch that quickly? I'm overrunning here massively. We're doing a long old clipbook today. Let's find Tom. Hold on. Here he is. So this is the other glitch we get. I've not really figured out if this is a Hayden Gullis issue.
It's bugging out.
People seem to think that this game just has more glitches. I don't see the safety car doing this very often at all. So this is Lolly's car. It's glitched because he's disconnecting and stuff. Ignore that. I mean, okay, maybe that glitch is because of the host as well. I don't know. We also don't normally see the safety car going this slow when other people host.
Safety car, drive on.
I've hosted once this season. I don't recall any issues. Other people hosted this season. I don't recall any major issues. But Hayden's hosted about 3 or 4 races this season now. And every time Hayden hosts, this happens. The safety car just goes slow and people get stuck in the pits and people disconnect a lot more. Look, Hayden's not doing anything wrong, but it does seem to be when Hayden hosts we get more issues. He's got very good internet, but he does live in the Netherlands now. But it's it's not that far. Probably Scotty is further away from me than Hayden is in the Netherlands. So I don't know. I don't know, but and it's an opinion. In my opinion, stuff happens more when Hayden hosts.
Let's go. Come on. This is ruining everything right now.
I could be completely wrong on that.
Ruining the entire
it could be luck.
You're not meant to pass
it could be wrong. It could be more stable when Hayden hosts, but it feels like to me, based on my experience, that more stuff happens when Hayden hosts. So I don't know. Yeah, Hayden, I'm not blaming you because I don't think you're doing anything wrong. I don't think there's any issue. Yeah, this didn't help Tom either, did it? To be fair. I'm not blaming Hayden. It just seemed to be that there's more issues when he hosts. Anyway, right. I've kind of run out of time, really. We're going to do it anyway. I'm very warm, and I've run out of time because we go and try and raid the VSE ranked race. But we are going to review Matt 2-on-2's race. We'll just have to do it very, very quickly because we have run out of time a little bit here. I have been live for over 2 hours now, about 2 hours now. So it's not like I've done a short clip book. It's just there has just been lots of review today, I did tell you. So Matt 2-on-2, my teammate, definitely struggling at the moment. His raw pace is all right. I think his raw pace deserves top 10. I think his racecraft
I've got to focus off the start,
is a bit off. And I think his strategy is very off. That's my opinion. We're going to find out if that's true. And I've done this a few times this season. We analyse people's races. I come with what I believe to be the case. And sometimes I'm corrected, just like I was on Corinne. What did I call him? Dr. Dive Bomb. Anyway, P9. So to start in the top 10. Got a good pace.
All right, knows how to launch.
Let's have a look at his race start. Nicely done.
Oh, hello. That was a good job I ran wide there.
I was going to say, he put himself wide, but then he did get hit.
Shove us all off anyway.
Right, passive there, but not going to begrudge him for that. Middle here.
Oh, someone's gone.
I think he did anything wrong there. All good.
Use a little bit of boost there to get out of it.
Could be more aggressive, but I don't think there's anything wrong with his racecraft at this stage. Oh, off again. Twice in one lap, put himself off track isn't great.
Don't like it when guys are trying to go side by side.
It's because he wears shoes when he sim races. That's my opinion on why his racecraft is maybe a bit off. It's his wedding week, is it? Is it really? It's about 2-on-2's wedding week. That's awesome. If that's true, congrats to Matt 2-on-2. That's absolutely wicked. Very exciting.
Been a decent start though. Up a couple of places, can't complain. Oh, I hate that bump.
Picture so far.
I expect fireworks.
Decent bend, but just about left room. Very fair racing, both in front. Wait, he's already had his wedding, or his wedding's this week?
Okay, overtake enabled, overtake enabled.
Ben trying to play the patience.
It's this Wednesday? Oh, that's awesome. 2 days till Matt 2-on-2's wedding. Do you know what? When this video comes out, it will be Matt 2-on-2's wedding day. So many happy returns. Is that what you say about weddings? I'm not too sure, but happy wedding to Tom and his new wife.
Cards, isn't he? So everybody's
Tom? Did I say Tom? Matt and his new wife. I hope your wife knows your name. Mrs. 2-on-2. Huge. Anyway, right. Not much happening here.
Oh, well. Grid jokes is gone. I don't.
Good jokes.
I've never known
Right off track.
I have a lot of impatient people behind him.
I think he just gets straight past, to be honest.
Right. Oh, well. Okay.
Yeah, get straight past. And it was us.
Nice.
Oh dear. This game just quit.
Oh, great.
That's unfortunate.
Great. I love F1.
Last 2-on-2. It can't be last 2-on-2 once he's married.
Like, can't.
Got to be Mrs. 2-on-2 once he's married. Okay, so that was unfortunate. Down to P10. A few positions lost there. How's he about to P9? Oh, Ricky's in the pits already. Ricky bad on tyres. That's a bit spicy. Good. That's all good. Just puts himself a little bit deep. I think it looks like he's struggling
Yeah,
at
I'm
the
not
pace.
convinced this is on proper setup.
Yeah.
It feels way more understeery. I don't know. I don't know if there's like an easy way we can tell properly.
Telemetry is the only way to tell.
Maybe I'm just worried. It's deep, almost white. Ryan and Grid Jokes are trying to. Oh
God.
no.
What's happening for now?
I reckon. Whitfield.
Let's just use the live timing, shall we? Close all these many tabs. That's how many POVs we watched today. Let's go with, well, we already finished way down here. Collisions. Lap 1. Okay, lap 12 is the next ones. Lap 12 and lap 16. There we go.
Hayden.
Now, this is what I've seen from other POVs, and this is what I want to review. I think Matt 212 squeezes people way too much. Check this out. That's Dave Gaming on the outside.
Hayden.
Hayden. Definitely just put him off track there. Don't think that was not outrageous, but...
Yeah, great. Yeah, love that.
Obviously, that one's not his fault. He gets hit from behind. How early does he brake? He doesn't brake outrageously early, does he? Oh, he does brake pretty early.
Yeah,
No, he does.
great.
He does. This is on Matt. You brake when the left of your screen hits the 50. He's braked there. That's like 50 meters early almost. I'll double check this, but this is where he's braked, right? Commit this to your memory, or maybe we'll screenshot something on the video. This is where he brakes this lap. Let's go look at the previous lap. He's braked massively early.
Again,
This is
is why
100%
you don't
on
want
Matt.
to use the soft compound tyres here. They just cook.
No, that's the same. That is very early, though. That is very, very early. But if he's braking the same point every lap, you can't bemoan it. But a little bit later there, but that's so early. That is very, very early. But if he's doing it every lap, you know, I don't think he's completely absolved of blame, but it's only 10% on him because it's just where he's braking. But, you know, if you do, you know, racing's all about predicting your rivals. If you can't predict your rivals, because they're braking massive, you taking massive different lines, or, you know, swerving all over the place, you're going to crash. So you can't predict your rival's going to brake 50 meters earlier than you expect. So 10% of blame to Matt, but ultimately, obviously, it's always on the car behind to avoid the collision. But anyway, let's skim through here and find a battling. Here we go. Not Pog. On Razin, we know Razin gives as good as he gets. Job done though. Nice move that.
I mean, we'll take it.
Just tyres, I imagine. Go for on Safso, are we? No.
Ugh.
Well, kind of. What's about Matt? As might come back at him here. No, not good enough tyres, I don't think, at this stage. Go. Wait, Safso's going deep. That was nice.
Thank you.
Done. Nice move. Left room as well.
And see the chat about him.
Right. Gaps around now. Go. Think.
Well, I guess that helps us out a bit. And try and good card. I won't knock it.
Ooh.
Okay.
That could have gone wrong, but it doesn't. I expect there's a wing damage there. Guess it done. Now I've got Hayden right on him. Let's check Hayden's tyres. Matt boxed on lap 11. Hayden boxed on lap 12. Okay, so Hayden's got one lap fresher tyres. It's not much. Matt uses his own setups, and I do think that's what holds him back, ultimately. I think, you know, there's a reason that setup shops exist. There's a reason people pay quite a lot of money, actually, really, for setups. It's a complex thing. I don't make the VSE setups. Kevin Ballas to do that. He needs what's level driver. Oh, that's wide. Why is Hayden didn't think this? Oh, where are you off to, guys? What is that? What is that? This is Vincent Cryptics. Oh, that's 100% on Cryptics. Bad race in that. Very bad race in that. Vince leaves him enough room, and he just goes a bit too deep. They get caught on each other and wash out wide. Right, what's that? That's awful. Bad racing that by Cryptics. But if he gives them the position back, whatever.
From a mile off.
Yeah.
Over the curb.
Bit of freedom from Hayden for a little while. I know he has a little bit of drama with Hayden at some point.
Me here.
Guys are now to be stuck behind in sector 2. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have the best pace. All good for now. Hayden backs out. That's it. You think that's it? Yeah.
50, I think.
Oh.
Okay.
Bit wide that by Hayden. Is that the first side by side you had with Hayden? I know you two shove each other off a lot, but I don't know if that was the first of it, or if that was your response to him doing it to you before. That's how Matt's been driving you all season, so I'll give it back. Okay, alright.
It's a good battle.
I think in Matt's eyes, though, at this point, it probably feels like you started it.
He said far too soon.
So far, Hayden's the villain. I'm not denying that he hasn't necessarily done it to you the rest of the season, Hayden, but so far, that was 100% on Hayden. After you spun.
He did the K-mag on me.
Is that before this? What lap's that, Hayden? Have I missed that? Oh, the King Cryptic spin.
It's where I feel. An easy way. Yeah, I got a box now. Ooh, was that Hayden or was that Dave?
After he spun.
Yeah, great. Yeah, love that.
Oh, after you spun, Hayden.
Ooh, was that Hayden or was that Dave?
And then Hayden spin. Up 20, okay.
To try and go with him, but 83 and yeah.
Here he is. This must be it.
Oh.
Yeah, I mean, it's not great.
I'm the
Not great. Alright, I mean, technically Matt started it. It doesn't really matter. Not great from either, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Give as good as you get and all that, but...
Go after Hayden for us, sir.
Not great, but I know Matt did it to some of the other people, so let's go find some more battles.
Do I? Oh, right, yes.
On his own for now. Skim through quite quickly. We've got Ricky on us now. Does it to me every time. That's K-Mag said. Suck my balls, mate. Brilliant. Yeah, Ricky was fair. Will not close enough.
Oh, come on. Oh, Venom.
That's where we're going to send this. He might. Does.
Yeah,
Ooh.
great.
Not great, Tess will. He gets out of the way though.
I'd rather you just go if you're going to do something like that.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think fair play. You let him back through. Made a mistake. All good.
So has every reserve at some point in this race pretty much crashed into me? Razin's gone.
Did it again?
Come on, mate.
Yeah, I think Tess will. His driving standards maybe weren't the highest in this race. I don't know what his history is, but we've seen quite a few little instances with Tess, haven't we? Reserve today, as Matt alluded to. Anyway,
Man,
no man's land again.
to me, yeah, good job we did wait one more lap. Yeah, do I pick safety car?
So he does get the safety car. For some reasons
Full
OSD
safety
isn't
car
showing
for that
it.
as well. Yeah, Ben's still in trouble on fuel, is he? Oh, Tsuki's gone. Oh, there you go. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's V8. Do I pit now on the
His
VS?
OSD doesn't show it. He doesn't get the pop up at the top. He doesn't get the thing up here.
Ooh. Yeah, we'll box.
So this is the problem is doing this alternative strategy, soft to hard. This is exactly the strategy they did in Austria, but doesn't work great normally.
But there we go. We would have had to pit anyway.
What's he got? Doing
Not
mediums.
so far ahead of the safety car.
Might be okay, especially as we know there's going to be more safety cars. That was scary.
Alright, so Infratic's in. Why does
Virsy,
he
yeah,
pit the lap
Virsy streams
before?
live now. We'll go read it in a sec.
So confused.
That could have gone wrong.
Hey?
That was scary. Anyway, okay, safety car restart. Long safety car, this one.
Is he gone? Why haven't I got boost? What was that? I had no boost.
No one gets it. Let's know that. Nicely done. I won't get so sure, but didn't do much more, to be honest. Big squeeze there, but I think it was just about fair.
Why? Oh, I know why. Oh, yeah, great. Thanks, Lolly.
Uh...
Why? Oh, I know why. Oh, yeah, great. Thanks.
I mean, look. Real life rules, obviously. This is all on Lolly. This isn't real life. Lolly's alongside. But he's barely alongside. If you look at his mirror here, like, it's front wheel to rear wheel.
Oh, yeah, great. Thanks, Lolly.
And that's actually a really good example of when the contact from the outside drags you out wide. There was no... If Lolly didn't exist, and Matt carried the exact same speed and drove the exact same way, there's no way he'd be washing out wide here. He would 100% stay on track. And look how wide he goes because of contact from the outside. Anyone that doesn't play these games maybe doesn't realise that's what it does. So when I say sometimes, oh yeah, they've been dragged out by the contact, that's what happens. What's a nice switchback. Yeah, I don't know.
He's a complete muppet.
Not great from either, to be honest. Unwise from Lolly to try that, and Matt probably should have left room, but kind of get why he didn't really want to. Oh, that's a bit shovey. And Fabio. Give him much room there.
Wait, when did I get a 3-second pen? Hey?
Yeah, it's because he hasn't got the pop-ups. I think sometimes when you disconnect like he has done, you come back, you don't get the pop-ups.
Hey? When? That never flashed up.
No, he's not getting the warnings either. Safety car.
Gather I got one with...
He's close, he might send this. Does. Stay on the brakes though. I think he gets stopped, fair play. One gives the room. Oh, sorry, Matt. Why do I keep calling the top? Matt gives the room.
You could tell that one was coming from a mile off.
Yeah. Highly predictable.
Yep, there's a car on your inside there, buddy.
And squeezing all the way out.
You could tell that one was coming from a mile off. Yep, there's a car on your inside there, buddy. You could tell that one was coming from a mile off.
I think they meet in the middle. I think Matt's a tiny bit deep. Fabio turns down on them slightly. But then he does just fully squeeze him out on the exit.
Yep, there's a car on your inside there,
I'd say
buddy.
on balance just about the first one's on Fabio, but clearly the shove off is on Matt and then he gets shoved back. Brilliant. How was that racing here? Ricky! Oh my word, that's deep. Didn't even make the corner. Thank you for the raid, Ricky. Hope you're well. We did watch a little bit of you earlier on. I don't think there was... We kind of haven't watched much of anybody, really. We watched a lot of Matt here, but... Yeah, we just finished out the Clipbook here, just watching the end of this race. So, Fabio's ahead around the outside. Matt just goes, nope. And doesn't even make the corner himself. To me, I know we've had some argy-bargy up to, in the last few corners. For me, though, regardless of the argy-bargy, that was all fair and level more, in my opinion. This means you should give the position up. Let's see what he does.
Still on your inside.
Oh, come on. I think I normally say 2 wrongs don't make a right. I feel like being repeatedly wrong doesn't eventually end up right is probably the best quote for this. We're going to watch it back through one more time, just all of it. Because, look, Fabio's given as good as he gets, but
You could tell that one was coming from a mile
at some point you've got to start racing fairly. At some point you can't just constantly keep getting revenge on each other because you're going to end up in the wall. Right, fine, argy-bargy, but now just race normally, lads. Matt then lunges it. And then here Fabio goes for it again. Bit of a squeeze on the apex, but again, I'd say Matt's the aggressor here. Matt's the one doing breaking the walls more.
Turns in on you like you're not even there. You did it the same last week. I had to back out of it, otherwise we would have both gone.
It's not great racing, that.
I get so bored of people driving like.
Just because you keep doing it and the other person keeps doing it back doesn't suddenly make it right. Like, there's not a level of revenge that suddenly becomes fine. Head loss, yeah, a little bit. That's horrendous. That's probably a warning.
No idea if that's a warning.
Yeah, as he says, it doesn't pop up for him. Right. What else have we got?
I want to be patient with Vince. I like Vince, but he's got to get on with it.
Alright, well, how's that going to result in then? Let's have a look. Send it
Oh,
from here,
Ben's got
surely.
damaged, does he?
On the moon if he sends this. Alright, great decision. Go back here. Yeah. Good.
Ugh. Oh, Vince broke so early.
And it's kind of alongside, but no, never really. I think Ryan was always backing out of that.
Thought the wing was gone then.
Whatever my wife Nell is cooking, by the way, it smells incredible. It's making me very hungry. Very upset that I'm not eating it right now. As if his sound's still out of sync. Be a send from Ryan, maybe? Nah, Ryan's not aggressive enough. Because the point if multiple people have the same issue, you can't keep giving it back to everyone. Yeah. Like, if everyone's shoving you back, then maybe you're the problem. That's basically what you're saying, isn't it? Oh, hello. Might have been a warning. Probably not. But I think he's good. He's going to give room on the apex, I'd say. He's not going to give room on exit. There's a little shove from Ryan there, so does he do it back?
Oh,
Nope.
I got on the curb.
Nope, he doesn't. Tried to hold it. Ryan's got him. Now Razin's close. Slipstream though. Never take mode, of course. I think Razin's close enough. Lex wants to go for a big launch. Doesn't. Bit squeezy from Ryan there. You sure it's because he can't hit the apex?
Yeah, do we pit soon for another?
At this point,
it's cutting out for you guys as well, but it just completely cut out for me.
At this point, he's done a legal strategy, so he can use whatever tyres he wants from here.
I say we take the gamble.
Why? Not in the next 4 laps, please, Matt.
We're just going to be a sitting duck towards the end.
Matt, please don't pit in the next 4 laps, because surely he knows
Like at the moment, I'm not even going to score points anyway.
The purpose of safety car rule is up to 10 laps from the end. Please don't box for lap 60,
we'll take
Matt.
on new mediums.
You're in P12. There's not a lot to win by going risky on the strategy. There's a lot to gain by doing it under the safety car. Again, that's potentially another warning.
Holding you up for much longer, Razin.
Razin will get frustrated here. He'll feel faster than Matt. There it is. Big send, but gets a stop. Just about leaves the room. That was a nice send. See that one earlier on.
I have to do one more lap.
Yeah, because Razin's rider's outside. Oh, that was sketchy. Look, I'm not trying to do a massive review here, but I do need to see that from Razin's point of view, because look, he had a white proximity arrow, but the proximity arrows are not perfect. They tend to go white a little bit before they probably should. I mean, that's a launch, but Matt's just shows how early Matt's braking. Maybe braking is a big weakness of Matt's. Does have some quite old CSL Elite pedals. Let's see. It was just about right. It was just about right. That was pretty sketchy, but he did judge it well, so all good. But yes, he's boxed on at 56. I mean, that's a mistake. That's a mistake. Wow, these mediums are so hot.
Again,
I feel like my mediums weren't this hot.
Oh, like I said, we're not going to score points otherwise. We may as well try and take a gamble. Again, it's just the same thing, innit? New week. People can't drive. Just gets so frustrating.
And he's going to be annoyed when the safety car comes, exactly when I predicted it would come.
Interesting.
No, he finds it interesting.
Yeah, emphatic scum. What do we do, chat? I mean, we just got to stay on these, don't we, surely? Is Vince had enough?
He wants to stay on the mediums.
Be that. Grazing heat.
He's up to P14, even though he messed that up, but... Go.
Ryan knows he's got to make moves. Oh, hello. Pressure from
King Quick Tips again, let's watch that. Haven't seen this yet either. And by Ryan, it looks okay.
Ryan
Yeah,
knows he's got to make moves. Oh, hello.
Maybe a little bit deep by Ryan after the apex, I reckon. What happened here though? Could be head loss. Oh, more contact.
What's going on here?
That was Ryan turning a little bit. Getting the elbows out against King Cryptics. This is where Matt had an incident.
You're an absolute just
I assume it's to be moron.
Mel, aren't you? What is that?
A melt. Look, I think a lot of this is lag.
Ryan knows he's got to make moves.
That looks a bit odd, but like a big reaction of Ryan's car for a relatively small contact. And then here we get the same thing. Looks like Ryan turns in a little bit, but again, quite a big reaction by the cars from quite a small bit of contact. This is all lag. King Cryptics clearly isn't in the UK or Western Europe even. I guess he's in the Americas or maybe Asia or somewhere. But, you know, regardless of that, I don't think Matt's had enough time to know for sure that he's really laggy and needs to be careful of him. It's kind of predictable though, isn't it?
What on earth is going on here?
It's not like, oh, horrendous, that was always going to happen, terrible driving from Matt. He's got a run on him. He could he gone the inside? I guess he was predicting that King Cryptics was gonna defend the inside. It looks like he predicted wrongly because he stays in the middle. I mean, look, he's alongside, and King Cryptics doesn't leave enough room. I think it's got to be on King Cryptics, but again, like other instances in this race, if it's predictable, then don't go for it. If I can predict at this point it's probably going to end in a crash, don't go for it. Like, but look, ultimately it's King Cryptics that squeezed a little bit. The lag makes it a hell of a lot worse than it needed to be.
You're an
DNF
absolute
actually.
Just Mel, aren't you? What is that?
Very lucky shot DNF.
Have you not got eyes? I'm halfway alongside him, man.
I'm going to put 10% on Matt 2 on 2 purely because that was entirely predictable. And I'm like, just even if he leaves room, right? Even if he leaves room. Hold on. At this point, he hasn't really got a run on him. Not by enough. Even if he leaves him room here, what are the odds of this working? Like, the odds are that Matt's going to go off track on his own. Second most likely is King Cryptics accidentally, by hitting the curb, whatever, runs wide, pushes him out of track. We know Matt doesn't have the notifications. We know he's ordering a 3-second penalty. He may be on 5 warnings at this point. In fact, I can tell you exactly how many warnings he's on. Lap 62. Matt 2 on 2. Obviously, he didn't have access to this at the time. Well, his viewers maybe did. He's only on 4 warnings, not 5. But still, like, he doesn't necessarily know that time. He could get shoved off here by King Cryptics, get a warning, get another 3-second time penalty. And yeah, okay, that would be King Cryptics' fault. But it was still avoidable. If you can avoid an incident, avoid it, regardless of fault. So,
you're an absolute.
Look, I'm not blaming Matt. Clearly, King Cryptics should have left more room.
What
but
is that? Honestly,
it's just not smart. It's bad racecraft. Is what it is.
I just don't get how you can have such little awareness.
And then has to pit again. And then there's another safety car lap later. That's a bit unfortunate. Wait, what's his reaction to that?
Take off. We've had another. I should try and save battery for fastest again. Oh, we've had another tangle. Safety car. Yes!
Okay,
yes,
that's about that. So that makes sense, obviously. He's got pretty fresh tyres. Doesn't really matter that he missed the lap to box on us. Okay, so now he's on the back of the pack again. Will be.
From the... Oh, it's going to be a tip.
5-ish laps to go. King Cryptics again in front. But so, do we know he's laggy now? Is it reasonable to expect Matt to know that he's laggy now? I mean, he's got the symbol right there. It's not a secret. Matt's literally in last place at this phase. P17 with a 3-second time penalty. You just got to go aggressive at this point, haven't you? You just got to go for it. And hope. Because he's literally got nothing to lose. Like, he's scoring 0 points. Guaranteed. He's got a 3-second penalty. Maybe someone in front's got a bigger penalty, but maybe not. You just got to go for it. He's falling back right now, but he's saving the battery.
Losing his tempo.
I think he does too much career mode. That's Razin's move on.
Razin's losing
Blue
his
Fox.
tempo more.
Squeeze, that was fair. Okay. He's been saving battery, so in theory he's got more battery now. He should use it all. Oh, he's just so far back. He just couldn't get the corner speed there. I don't know if he's got used tyres or something, but he just seems on the back foot with pace. Did he just fade to the inside from 4/10 back? Wouldn't have even seen that. Hello.
Yeah, I'll just keep avoiding you, buddy.
Well...
Yeah, I'll just keep avoiding you, buddy.
He did leave room.
Just know he's going to turn in.
But he didn't. It was... Matt misjudged that. I'm not sure Matt's got the corner grip to be able to get them that move done anyway. Second penalty of Blue Fox. Okay, so that's one free position. He's going for it. Get it stopped.
Yep, turn in.
Just...
Why not, eh?
That turn in.
Yep,
Nah,
turn
Matt
in.
running a little bit deep. Matt came at a shallow angle, braked a little bit late. That's all good though. But anyway, so he's gained in position. He's in P16. Car in front has got 12 seconds penalties. Right now he's getting 1 point. Not bad right now. What goes wrong from here? Because something else goes wrong.
Yeah, you just got to keep it tidy. Don't want another.
But you've got to go from Blue Fox. You can't sit back and go, okay, 1 point, cool. Because you know you might be able to get another person if he gets. I know he's Chappers hasn't got a 3, but Chappers might give himself a 3 at some point. You still got to go for it. So here he goes. Nice. Gets a stop. Bit of a slide on Apex. That's the diff slide we get in the game, which is sort of trying to work around with the VSC setup, but it's very difficult.
Chat?
Nicely done. Up to P15 then.
McLaren or the second
With a 3-second penalty though, so King Cryptix will probably still beat him. There could be other people in front with bigger penalties. Oh my word. Okay, hold on.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's the lead McLaren. Oh, come on. What is that?
I think the rejoin's fine actually. I'm fine with that rejoin. It's aggressive rejoin, but it's fine. It was entirely predictable. It's aggressive, but look, he stays pretty tight to the inside. That rejoin's completely fine with me. It's aggressive, but it's completely fine.
Oh, Ryan. Yeah, Ryan's the lead McLaren. Oh, come on. What is that?
I mean, what he actually does is he overreacts to the slide. The slide is sorting itself out, and he turns into it and puts himself wide.
Ryan's the lead McLaren.
At that point, the slide is sorting itself out, and he steers right into it, which he didn't need to do, and puts him wide. But yeah, again, I'd maybe set up. Maybe set up.
Oh,
Ryan. Rears aren't helping.
Oh, come on. What is that?
Yeah. It hasn't actually affected his position in reality. Straight, isn't it?
Turn in.
Oh my god. Not another one. It's right in the apex. Yeah, but if it's predictable, it's fine.
Great. Turn in. I don't get how people don't seem to understand the concept. If you turn in... Yeah, love that. I'm so done with this league, man. So done. I just can't fathom how people just don't understand how, when there's a car on the inside, you just can't turn in on them, because it just means neither of you can go anywhere.
Looking forward to you hopefully doing a stream
beggars belief.
There's some massive growth.
Honestly, man. I'm so happy to be done with this for a while. Because it just means
I just
can't
I'll read it again in a
fathom how
second.
people don't seem to
Listen
understand
to
the
this.
concept. If you turn in... Yeah, love that. I'm so done with this league, man. So done. I just can't fathom how people just don't understand how, when there's a car on the inside, you just can't turn in on them, because it just means neither of you can go anywhere. It just beggars belief. Honestly, man. I'm so happy to be done with this for a while. It's so stupid. So unbelievably stupid. At least Gillon won. I can't believe I'm saying that. Yeah, we just had 0 luck so far this campaign. It's just so stupid. Yeah, Yeah, so where did I finish? 16th again? I think I was 16th again. Yeah, there you go. There you go, chat. Honestly. Yeah.
Does there come a point where you start to consider that the problem might be you? What do you reckon? Like, I'm not seeing anything. I mean, the strategy was bad. And the strategy is consistently bad. So there's that. That doesn't help. And that ultimately puts him further back. And there was definitely some unwise moves. There was some revengeful driving. But I'm not seeing anything fundamentally wrong or like outrageous or really bad, right? I'm not seeing anything that I go, yeah, that's awful. But equally, I'm not seeing anything the same with his incidents and with his rivals. Like, okay, the King Cryptics one, sure, but you know, we said that was unwise. I think the incident there, he get turned in on a bit. He was always going a bit deep though. Maybe you guys hit the nail on the head by saying he does a lot of career mode racing and maybe it's affected his racecraft. Maybe he needs to do a bit more online racing. But look, he's not new to Creative Series anymore. You know, when he first in Creative Series, I was sort of saying, you know, I've raced him before and he's a real high quality driver. He should be right at the front. And obviously that hasn't transpired. But he's not new. He's been in Creative Series for a few seasons now. I don't think that's the issue. I think he's just lost his way a little bit. I think he's lost his way. I think his pace is not as good as it once was on previous games. I think his racecraft is a little bit off, both in terms of intelligence of what to go for and what not to go for, and when to back out and when to not. Also with his, you know, his awareness of squeezing people and not squeezing people. Certainly was losing his head pretty readily there. Just lost his way a bit, I think. Just lost his way a little bit. I don't know what the solution is. I think he needs a bit of a reset. He said there, maybe a few weeks off. We know he's getting married on Wednesday today. If you're watching this as it comes out on YouTube, so again, congratulations to Matt. But yeah, I don't know. I don't really know. I think he just needs a bit of a reset. I think he needs a mentality reset, and come back at it from a different angle. Maybe do a bit more practice. Maybe run a different setup. I know he runs zone setups. Maybe they're a little bit off, which isn't helping. Because again, there's nothing. It looks a little bit slow, a little bit off the pace, a little bit unconfident. But there's nothing fundamentally I don't think he's doing wrong. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think having seen what we've just seen, I'm not entirely surprised he ends up where he ends up. I think pace a little bit lacking, race awareness a little bit lacking, too many incidents, bad strategy, all those things put together, you're going to end up somewhere in the back, aren't you? So it's a shame because look, he qualified in the top 10. I think he's capable of top 10 positions. He just something lacking there. There's something missing. I think, yeah, mentality reset. Maybe being a married man will allow him to reset his brain a little bit and come back strong in Creative Series. Because look, like I said, I have raced him before, and yes, it was a few years ago, and yes, you know, clearly we're not seeing the same map 2-on-2 as we did a few years ago, but he can be a very high quality driver. I still absolutely say that. He can be up there at the front. I don't know what it requires for him to potentially get back to that level, but he absolutely can be back up there. Maybe, you know, when he was doing that before, maybe he was playing the game a lot more. In fact, let me, I think he's on my friends list. Let me have a look at the, may not be on friends list, actually. I don't have everyone on my friends list. Let me see if I've got his playtime. No, he's not on my playlist. Can we find him? Got an open profile. He's got 1,000 hours on record in F125. Wow. A lot. And the other most recent game I can see is F1 2020. He's got 200 hours on F1 2020. Can't see like F1 2023. Or 23. Here we go. 560 hours on F1 23. 528 on F124. F122. 27. Didn't like F122. So he's got by far more hours on F125 than any other F1 game. And I appreciate it's the same game this year, but you know that's basically just a year and a bit. So he's definitely got more hours on average per week of F125 than he has any other game. So yeah, I don't know. 1,000 hours is a lot. That's a lot of hours. I mean, I've got, for comparison, I've got 459 hours. Bear in mind, I'm a full-time content creator, just like Matt is. He does upload more videos than me, he does more career modes than me, so I'd expect him to be on more. But yeah. So playtime isn't the issue. I don't know what the issue is. I don't know. I'm just missing something. You're just missing something. I don't know what it is. There's a few things that are a bit off. Like I said, maybe mentality reset. I'm not too sure. But yeah, anyway. Well, again, congrats to Matt on his wedding. That's it from me. Hope you enjoyed the Clipbook today, guys. Definitely a long one. I've been live for closing up on 3 hours now. So definitely a long one today. Lots of review from Hungary. Tight twisty circuit, a bit more drama. But yeah, we go again next time, guys. It's a 1 week break now from Creator Series. I'm actually not too sure why. Hayden, you're in chat. I don't know. Why is it a 1 week break? Normally there's a reason. So yeah, 1 week break. Week after, it's my Gillon Games party, which I've invited a lot of the Creator Series lot too. So we'll see if half the grid turn up to that or not. But yeah, so I'm missing that race. That is the. Let me find the race. Singapore. So I'm missing Singapore, but I will be back for the Fan Vote Grand Prix, which is on the 15th of August. So that'll be about well, 3 week gap really. So yeah, look forward to that, guys. Our racing special event. Okay, yeah, fair enough. I knew there'd be a reason. But yeah, that's it for me, chat. Thank you for joining me. Hope you enjoyed the Clipbook. I'll catch you in a couple of weeks back for Creator Series. Of course, do subscribe or follow in the meantime because we've got lots of other videos coming, VSC ranked as well, and yeah, a few more kind of analytical videos coming up on the F1 series and kind of talking about bugs and things like that and the direction and the handling. So a few more analytical videos to fill in the gaps. So anyway, guys, catch you next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye. If you're watching live though, chat, I'm very, very late. Normally I like to try and end these at about 7 so that we can go and raid, do a kind of virtual raid of VSE. However, the race is probably almost finished now. Let me go check. I'm so late today. They are still live. Okay, now 13 of 27. We're halfway through the Suzuka race, guys. Of course, you can always rewind, have a little watch back if you want to, but I will send this link in both chats. We're doing a kind of virtual raid here. So do go and watch that one if you want to. In fact, I can do an actual raid, can't I, on YouTube? Let me do that. But yeah, go give that a watch, guys. We've got the wonderful Safso and TK commentating. So do enjoy that. VSC ranked, like I said, we're about halfway through the race right now, so we'll see what happens to that one. You can always rewind and watch if you want to. I'm just trying to do a raid on YouTube, but I always forget how because I so rarely do it. I'll do this. Redirect, here we go, it's a different tab. Okay. Cool, I should be set up on YouTube. I think it should automatically go over. But yeah, anyway, guys, that's it from me. Thank you for joining me today. Do enjoy the VSC rank race, what's left of it. Yeah, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow for Challenge Tuesday. Look forward to that, guys. Don't know what time. I try and normally aim for 3 PM UK time. So, yeah, we'll try and aim for them. Anyway, guys, catch you then. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.